Hello, Internet friends, possibly. It looks like, yes, hello, Internet friends. Very exciting. Welcome to Quests and Chaos. We are so glad you're joining us. I want to start by saying that this is going to be a by the seat of our pants, Emma-driven episode because Amy is running everything. And thank you, Amy. Thomas is working. Darn him for having an actual job. So Amy is running all of the Twitch stuff. She is starting the broadcast, which we weren't sure, but yes, good job, Amy. So
I can click buttons.
Yay!
We are so glad to be back. It was nice to have a week off. I'm not gonna lie. I spent my week off at a pool. We found my wife for our birthday. She found a thing that's like Airbnb for swimming pools. And so you can like rent out someone's swimming pool for 2 hours. And so we had a pool party, a you don't get more socially distanced pool party in someone's backyard. It was very strange, but it was awesome. It was a lovely pool party. Tiana spent her time off in Arizona where her hair was illegal. And so they forced her to cut it.
I mean, it was just too heavy, too much. It had to go away.
The weight restrictions in the plane were such that. So we're so glad that you were back safe and traveled. And right now, chat is full of people talking about how great your haircut is. Strangely, that's never happened with me. I don't know why.
Well, it was much more obvious with me because my hair was down past my shoulders, and now it's up under my ears. So it's.
Just a few quick announcements to get through. So first of all, like it's again a full week of Quests and Chaos entertainment. It's gonna be exciting. Monday we've got Dragon of Icespire Peak. If you aren't watching Dragon, even I watch Dragon of Icespire Peak.
Wow.
And I don't watch any of this crap. I just really like the way that James runs a table, and I think that the crew has a lot of fun together. Oh God, I can't believe I have to write this. This is why you made me do bits. That sucks.
Stop giving us bits, people. You're making Ezra do work.
But no, I just really enjoy. And if you watched last week's episode, there was a secret cameo by our very own Birds of Paradise. So. I was hoping I thought this would be the show that Andrea would show up on, but
no.
I mean, these are the things that happen when you cancel a show. She isn't able to appear from beside my hip.
That's right. But so Monday, Dragon of Icespire Peak. Tuesday, almost as certainly, the Chaos Agents are back and Thomas won't be working. There's a slight chance that he may be working. So, check Discord. It'll let you know. That's the best way to get that. Tuesday, Chaos Agents. Saturday, we're back here. And coming soon, Amy, move your head to the left just a little bit. Coming soon. You can see it back there. It's the new Pandemic Legacy. Pandemic Legacy Season 0. Thomas and Amy will be doing a run-through. We'll be doing a playthrough of... this will be their third one. We stopped. So I was playing Season 2 with my friends. It was just too depressing. We were in such bad shape, and it was too depressing. We gave up. So we have not finished Season 2. But we're going to dive into Season 0 when we're allowed to be around people again. But Thomas and Amy are allowed to be around each other because, as much as they...
the law doesn't say it, but,
I think it does because you have a sheet of paper that says that. So that's coming soon. Look for Pandemic Legacy Season 0 coming soon. It's a prequel to all the other games in the 60s. It's Matt Laycock. It's Rob Daviau. It's going to be terrific. What can you say? Speaking of board games, right now, the Spiel. I went last year to Germany. To Essen, Germany for the Spiel convention. You can attend a little bit and get a taste of the insanity of the Spiel online. If you go to spiel.digital, I put a link in the Discord, but if you go to spiel.digital, you can actually visit tons of different retailers. You can get demos of games. They'll actually set them up right there on Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator, and you can play along. You can see stuff, and you can even buy games, because that's why you go to Essen, to buy games. It's a different sort of overwhelming and confusing than actual Essen. Actual Essen, you just wander up and down the rows, and you're like, what does this booth have? But here you can sort of drill it down more and be like, strategy games, and then 4 players and that sort of thing. But then you have 40 games in front of you and you have no idea. So check out the digital spiel. It is on there. Fun. Our friends, even though they don't show up on this show, at Birds of Paradise, have their Kickstarter going right now. They are at 65% funded, which is huge. It's great. And there's the magpies.
No, these are the Birds of Paradise. They don't show up very well on camera, but these are the flagship ones.
The actual Birds of Paradise. All right. Magpie would have the blue on there.
Yeah.
Go on there, back for ridiculous amounts of dice. They are wonderful. I have my Arizona sunset ones that I love. All the bird ones look great. And it's go back them, support them. It's wonderful.
It's like $60 for all 5 sets. Like, you can't beat that with that price with a stick.
I tell you, man, those are all lovely sets of dice. And I want to end the announcements with a shout out to my new favorite, the most wholesome thing that Call of Cthulhu has ever wrought. One of our Discord users, MXAL, is listening to the Great Dane Society with his mom.
Yeah, I love that. So good.
Yeah. He's giving Discord reports of like what his mom thinks of the Great Dane Society. And she's not going to hear this probably until like next year sometime, given how they're doing it. But MXL, my best to you and your mom. I know there's some medical challenges that you're all going through, and we're thinking all good thoughts for you and your family. Mm-hmm. And thank you so much for listening along and playing along with us. We really appreciate it. And it's just a little sense of how awesome this whole community is. It's
Can we have a t-shirt that says GDS? Mom's endorse or whatever. Like,
approved.
Moms love GDS.
I like it. Mom approved.
Mom approved. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes. We need it.
Yeah, I love that.
We need it.
I'm watching those, and those brighten my day. So
it is wonderful to hear. My mom would just be like, "Why do you guys keep yelling?"
No, my mom wants to know what's going to happen. Like, we just had a conversation. She's like, "Oh, you're on tonight? I thought you were off." She's like, "Oh my God. Like, I just sent your father for pizza." I was like, "Okay, talk to you later. Bye."
My heart. My mom would be convinced it's demonic. She might even go Catholic enough to get holy water and throw it at whatever I'm on.
I was about to say, isn't Emma like... Isn't Emma her role model then?
Not with the way that Emma blows everything up. Drinks.
I think it's Don Julio.
Swears like a fucking sailor.
Rest
Don
in peace,
Julio
Don
is her
Julio.
role model.
There it is.
So we have. I'm trying to slide through this mess of stop. What is with K-pop? I don't care about K-pop people. Stop with this. All right. So, okay, that's the one I missed. So we have.
Ezra actually loves K-pop. Keep it up.
One of the weirder moments of my life. My beautiful, wonderful cousin loves K-pop, and she and my aunt came to SF to go to like a K-pop concert from Dallas, and she was getting ready, which, for a young woman of her age can take some time. And she goes, "Can you go stand in line for me to save my place in line?" So me, 45-year-old dorky white guy, standing in line with all of these K-pop people. And true story, I'm standing in line and a police officer walks up to me and says, "Sir, do you have a ticket?" And I was like, "I'm really sorry. I'm holding a place for my cousin. I promise." That's it was very, but I did learn. So it's what a weird world that is. You buy different, they call them experiences. And you pay a certain amount, and you're in different lines, and like one line gets to walk through and high five the band. One line gets to get pictures with, and it's just all insane. It's a very weird world that I'm glad that I have nothing to do with. And as I was vamping, we just got more, I don't know, I'm going to have to decide who Tamago Toro is giving those to. So we do have some bits. I'm going to give it to the players because I never use it. So we have, first of all, Jay Matthews gives me 500 bits to kill them all. So I have 1.
Yeah, fair.
Doesn't work. Stop doing it.
It's so anticlimactic too. Like, you don't want to just end rocks fall and they're dead. You could do that, but like.
But where's the satisfaction of dragging the sanity out to the breaking point, watching it shatter, and then killing them?
You've got to slowly drown them.
It's like the lobster. It doesn't realize it's being cooked.
Yeah, or Hollister just needs to miss his swim rolls in the middle of like the Mediterranean with a head bobbing with a head up and down in the Mediterranean waiting.
No, that was Flint.
I'm sorry, it was Flint.
I was about to say, because Hollister can't. Flint can swim, but Hollister. Whew.
My God, she's got to be down the list now, but she did make a lovely dinner. My third favorite Twitch user, Squirrel on the Run, leads off with the players, giving the players 500 bits.
Thank you, Squirrel.
That's not coming out of the joint account. That's all I'm saying. Slithy Tove, it's partners night here at Quests and Chaos. Slithy Tove gives the players 500 bits.
Thank you.
And then Tamago Toro splits the difference and gives the players 500 in memory of Don Julio, and gives me 500 and uses a word I don't recognize. Merciful? I don't know what that I don't recognize that one. Thank you so much for the bits. It's really, you people should do better things with your money, make wiser choices, but we so appreciate your support. It keeps the lights on in the studio that Amy's not in right now.
It's so weird seeing a part of Amy's house.
Seeing the dog tail. Amy's got a
dog tail.
She, like, the more I talk, the more she's like, what are you talking about?
What you doing, Mom? What you doing?
Just wait until Lucy realizes there's a pull down green. There's a pull down synthetic thing. Gonna start. Yeah. I'm guessing at like about the break, it will it will stop being pristine.
I'm waiting for him to figure out how the lever thing works and like jump on it enough to pull the way.
So I don't know if you can see it because my camera is not great, but I actually have a scratch on my face because last night, like, Rachel right now looks like a Bond villain, but last night, Lucy at like 4 a.m, Lucy sees something in the window that is right above our heads and starts jumping up and then flopping down and stopping himself by clawing into our faces as we're both asleep. Kittens, they're fantastic.
Kittens are wonderful.
There's
good puppies.
Puppies aren't that much better.
Much less scratching with puppies. That's the benefit there. So we left off on a surprising semi-high note where the Great Dane Society had successfully completed the ritual to seal the Black Pharaoh into the bent pyramid. It was astoundingly successful, and you have returned to Cairo, and you are planning now, I believe, to head to Kenya.
And we only lost one of our bodies.
Yeah.
What episode are we on right now?
62. We are in episode 62.
It only took us 61 episodes to do one.
Yeah. Technically two, because Peru counts.
That's prequel. Prequel does not count.
It does so.
No. Story starts with Jack Elias's death.
It's the Star Wars rule. Prequels don't count.
Snap.
Weird.
You have found yourselves back at your hotel in Cairo. You are planning on heading out to Kenya. It is, according to my notes, it is the morning of June 7th.
That's what I have too.
Yeah.
Right. I stopped counting time after June 6th, so that's good.
And apparently there is a boat going
Yep,
in that
yep,
direction
yep.
on June 11th.
That's right.
June 7th.
June 11th.
June 7th.
Yeah, so you have 4 days in Cairo that you want to figure out. Last episode, Don Julio actually successfully performed an exorcism and pillar of salted a number of people. And the ritual went off fairly without a conclusion, although it cost many of you a great deal of POW. Uh-oh, and there's Lucy. All right, this will get exciting.
Hi, Lucy.
And you probably need to figure out a way to make those innocent people spend the POW instead of you guys. Which isn't unethical at all.
We did. They did spend the POW.
Yeah, they spent POW and they were exhausted after it.
Yeah. One of you was not involved and didn't POW.
I was involved. Oh no, in that regard, yes, you're right.
And I couldn't be involved because I have an evil entity in the back of my head.
It's true.
Or front of my head, depending on what's going on.
That's right. Yeah. And so, it is. You're going to have 4 days to kind of recuperate and clear up some loose ends in Cairo. Let's deal. We're going to have a vignette with each of you here, and let's do Alexandra first. So, Alexandra, that first morning when you wake up, Nitocris says to you, "You cannot go to Kenya."
Why not? What's in
Only
Kenya that
blood
you're so...
waits for you there.
There's only blood anywhere else. What are you on about?
My husband, my king, plays games with riddles. The beast only traffics in blood.
And that's what we are sailing in Kenya?
I feel like you should have the word attempt in there somewhere.
Well, we succeeded at least once. Oh, don't give me that look.
You cannot go to Kenya. Kenya is the end. Kenya will be the death of this body.
Oh, good.
It will be the death of all of you.
Look, with what we're doing, we have to go to Kenya sooner or later. It's on the way. We've been wasting far too much time, so we have to do what we have to do.
If you let me, I will send us to somewhere where they might be able to find your body in the ether. We could just leave.
But that would require letting you take control.
It's true.
And I don't know. It feels like letting you have control of this body is a great way to get myself booted out of it without anywhere to go.
If I could boot you out of this body, I would have done so already.
Yeah, I haven't let you have control.
My husband has imprisoned me.
Why?
We have meritable disagreements from time to time. I've killed him several times. He's killed me several times.
Well, I'm glad I'm not your marriage counselor, even if I'm stuck in the middle of this.
All right, yeah. So you are resolute in going to Kenya, and so that makes her very sad.
Yeah. Well, her.
Emma, you have, after the ritual, you were the for lack of a better word, the fantastic sort of Achmala that you were able to summon from somewhere has not gone away. So how are you stowing it? This glowing blue blade of some sort of phantasmic force.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the monastery's gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to, I can't remember was it the museum where Kafur / Clive was, and see if I can find out some more information on the sword. And in order to like carry it on me, it's going to be sheathed constantly. And at least the handle is going to be wrapped as well, so that you don't know what, so it might just look like a stick or a tube or something like that.
So the weird part for you is it goes in the sheath, but like any movement of it, it slides out. So like part of it could be sticking out. It seems non-corporeal.
Okay.
And you'll learn that the Sword of Ahmala is a ritual device that has throughout the centuries been called upon by the Muslim faith's heroes to defeat evil. It is a weapon of great purity, and it's a weapon that anyone who is a student of certain less reputable parts of Islam would recognize.
Okay. All right. So then I know it's not going to be easy, but I then just try and find, it's going to be hard, and I'm sure I may or may not be successful, but I would just follow up with either like the Quran or in a mosque, just asking about any references I find in the museum.
So a nun is going to walk into a mosque with a glowing blue sword.
Kinda. I'm and a bottle of booze.
Are you going to
So
Cairo? Are you going to
I would ask for references. So I would start in the more appropriate parts of Cairo, and then ask for introductions to work my way that way. And then just kind of guise it as like a comparative faith discussion.
All right, yeah. So you find you find in one of the larger, it's a mosque close to the university. And they will, they'll sort of talk with you in generalities about the Sword of Ahmala. And it's sort of like how we view the Holy Grail kind of. It's like a Holy Grail sort of thing where, it pops up throughout history and it's sort of a MacGuffin. It does whatever it needs to do in the story, but no one, it hasn't been seen in centuries.
Okay, so after I learn that, you're going to see a little montage scene of Emma, like, at night in the courtyard where nobody else can see her, and she's going to be doing dumb stuff, like see if she'll, like, put it down and then see if it comes and shoots to her hand.
Sadly, it does not.
But you know what I'm getting at, where I'm just like, come here, and then just doing other stuff, like see what the magic, like trying to figure out what the magic of it is.
Right. So right now, the only thing you can find is that the entire thing is to anything but your touch, non-corporeal. So like you can pick it up and it feels like a physical item, but like if you try and hit a tree with it, it just goes right through the tree.
Got it. So it's kind of like a ghost item.
There you go. Got
it. And then, all right. And then I would naturally deduce that hopefully it turns into something when I find something evil.
I love when you say I would naturally deduce.
Yep. And then I'm just like, then there's going to be another scene where I like sneak into Hollister's room and try and like poke him with the sword and see if it like moves his skin.
It slides right through him.
Okay, he's not evil.
It like you go through his neck. You're like, once you
I
realize
know.
it's not gonna hurt him, you're like QP, you're pin cushioning him.
I really want to know if Emma tries that on Alexandria.
I thought about it for a second, but I was like, I don't think I can kill her right now.
All right.
It'd be awfully hard to get through all 26 hit points in a single go.
Mm-hmm. All two personalities in a single go.
That too.
Professor Lamb, you make it back. And first of all, you're going to get a D10 Sanity back because you have, after we did our skill checks, your archaeology skill, I believe it is over 90. And so give yourself a D10 Sanity back there.
Right now.
Sure. There you go. Very nice.
I'm excited. That's epic.
How much did you get?
10.
Nice.
I needed it.
Yeah, no, I know that feel.
And so you have a couple days in Cairo, and what are you going to do with them?
Well, I know that I was pretty drained, and I was thinking that, no matter what everybody else said, this is not hurting people. It's to take a little power. So I want to go to some like to some gatherings, like in a bar or something like that. And I'm going to just take a little here and take a little there so I can build myself back up.
Okay. All right. Make me a POW roll.
I was hoping you weren't say that before I got some back. All right.
Oh, you're going to get some back. Let's just see how well you regulate.
No, I did not make it.
All right. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 72.
Okay. So you will get back. I'll give you 2d6. You get back 5 POW. And the first time you do this at a cafe, like 2 people faint.
Not enough people around. It must be I need a bigger crowd so I can take a little bit more out of everybody else.
This is going to turn into that sleeping sickness that Neil Gaiman used for Sandman.
No, I bet one more place, like maybe like a big congregation. They would have extra POW, right?
So you're going to a mosque.
Because you did say you didn't want to go to Emma's church.
No.
Outstanding. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to make a secret roll here. Ooh. What's your POW?
With the one what I just got back, I'm at 30.
Okay. You're going to get back 11 POW. And make me a spot hidden roll.
Oh yeah, easy.
Okay.
Got a hard 38. Yes, 37.
All right.
Hard.
You feel like you are being followed as you leave the mosque.
Now, did I see any people fall over? Did anybody make
It
any?
did not look like anybody passed out this time.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, because I was really worried about that, but I figured bigger people and everything like that. So, but somebody's following me. Well, I'm going to try to evade them.
All right.
I can get
so
back.
This is going to be your stealth versus their spot hidden.
Okay. No, I did not do well.
All right. Everything's fine.
I don't see him. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back to so that seemed to work okay, but I am kind of worried that I saw those other people fall over. Maybe I have enough for now. So I'm gonna go back.
Is there such a thing as enough?
Yeah.
That's the thing is, oh, man, but what other big things I could go to? I mean, I was thinking maybe I could try to find some cultists and drain them, but how do you just find cultists on the street?
So the other thing is, like, draining people it's not like it's not an effective attack. This takes time. Like, you basically sit there and you're like soaking it up over time.
Oh yeah. No, and there's no, I don't know a way to go, you
Right. Yeah.
And suck it all out. So that just, trying to hang out with those people for that long, no, not going to happen. But I do feel we need this to save the world. We need this to save the world. I keep telling myself that.
I love justification. One of my favorite things.
Yep.
All right. Hollister. You are in your hotel one night, and there's a knock at the door of your room. It's about 10:30 at night.
Okay, that's a bit late, but I'll go over and
there's a porter, and a porter says, "This was left for you, sir." And there's an envelope, a sealed envelope.
All right. Thank you very much for delivering this to me.
The address on the envelope is the military base.
Okay, I figure I made some stops there before.
Right.
I'll close the door and crack it open.
All right. The envelope just says, "Look in a mirror at 2 a.m. your time."
2 a.m. Okay, I'll set an alarm.
All right. At 2 a.m., you look in a mirror, and the mirror like waves like water, and you see Rogers looking off to the right. Did it work? Is this thing on?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hollister?
Yeah, Rogers?
Yeah. We don't know how long this is going to work. They're finding our telegrams. We're working. This is an alternate means of communication that we're working on. So far, it's going pretty well. Only one head has exploded.
Okay, what do you need to tell me?
I got your report. You need to follow this fine, competent group of people and make sure that they finish this final mission. They've got, this capping will. If you give me a time frame for when we should be at Grey Dragon Island, I'll marshal whatever I can there.
Okay.
We've made some big strides in mass producing those protective symbols.
Okay, and for the report, should we switch up how we encrypt those?
Yeah. I mean, if I can, I'm gonna try and send you. Where are you headed now?
We're going to Kenya.
All right. When you get to Kenya, send me with the fourth encryption code that we have. Send me a location, and I'm going to send you, hopefully, the knowledge to use this ritual, which is the most reliable form of communication.
Okay.
And as for the last thing on your report, the Nitocris situation. Egypt is collapsing. This revolutionary army is taking over. If your friend, you're leaving might be the best thing for this, because if your friend is in the body of their spiritual leader, getting her out of Egypt might be our only chance.
Okay. Yeah, well,
but
definitely leaving, so
if that stops being your friend, you know what to do.
I do.
All right. And the water waves again, and it's just a mirror.
Shit. Okay.
Donald.
Yes.
So, you get back from everything that's happened, and you and Alexandra have finally had a few moments together where it's felt like like a corner was being turned, and you were sort of, I don't know, getting back to close to where things were.
I imagine that while he knows she's in there, there's still going to be a physical distance and some issues, obviously, because of the appearance and the situation. So
right.
It won't be back to normal.
So, great point. One of my questions for you: are you sleeping in that room with her?
No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not, no.
So you come back from that experience, and you're starting to, you have this sort of dual feeling of like, we got to do this thing, but I've got to, I have to save Alexandra. How do I, what do I do, and how do I do that? And so your vignette is actually more a question, like, how does that manifest with like 4 days of kind of 4 days of kind of downtime, which for Donald could be super dangerous.
Mm-hmm. And what I imagine him doing is spending a lot of time talking to Alexandria as Nitocris and keeping an eye on her for the most part. And a lot of just conversation, touching bases. It's still the same personality, same voice. All that is assuring, but keeping an eye on her is a lot of in the back of his mind. How long will this be, Alexandria? It's her, but how long? How long? That's the one thing that he doesn't know what to do with. Is this permanent? Is this temporary? And he doesn't know what to do. He has no idea how to fix this, how to change this, who to talk to, who to speak to. And Alex doesn't know either. And if she knows, she won't say. The options are. He'd like to talk to Emma at some point, but he sees Emma very distracted with her sword and her Muslim studies, her Islam studies. So at some point, he would hope to talk to her about some Catholicism observations, but that's a back burner issue at this point. Right in front of him is the problem, and he doesn't know how to solve it, and he doesn't know what to do about it. But it's not something he can't let it go.
Yeah. So these 4 days are super frustrating for you, and you're just like, can we get on a boat and deal with some things that I know how to deal with?
Or just, who do we talk to? Is there somebody we can talk to? What are we doing here? Why are we So that's a lot of that.
So, we'll skip ahead. You're going to be on the boat, and on the boat, Dr. Hollister is going to have a session with any of you that want to have a session with him.
I'm aggressively trying to I'm making time for Alexandria. Yeah. Like, you can assume that over the 4 days that we definitely talked.
Yeah. So between that and the ship, make me a psychoanalysis roll for Alexandra, Dr. Hollister.
Oh, thank God. Yes. Okay. That is only a hard success.
A hard success. All right. Alexandra, make me a POW roll.
Okay. Ooh, +7.
Very nice. All right. So thanks to Dr. Hollister, and sort of talking about duality, and he brings in some stuff that he has learned about multiple personalities and how people manage that. Sadly, it's mostly lithium, but he only sort of recommends that several times.
We went over not using things on
chemicals,
her, anything that could impair her in any way, so we can make
but so you're going to get 6 sanity back from talking with him, and really what that represents is you realizing that you have sort of, he underscores to you that you have maintained control, and that Alexandra has been the driving force of this, and he also reinforced to you how important it is that you remain in control. All right, that's great. Emma, do you want to avail yourself of Dr. Hollister's work?
You sign me up.
No, Emma has no.
I'm fine.
Well, that's terrifying.
Are you really?
I am.
Julio's passing was difficult for you. You had a sort of rivalry or something.
Yeah, I consider that a problem gone.
Ow!
Ouch.
And I'm the sociopath of the group.
I lose a sanity.
Oh man. Nope, I'm fine. Like I keep saying, I'm going to heaven. My soul is fine.
I got to talk to Hollister at some point here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's better than drinking, at least.
And Alexandria will absolutely like nudge for that. Like
the two things are not mutually exclusive.
At some point, I suspect she'll like reach over and take the whiskey glass out of his hand and be like, "The good doctor is available."
All right, Hollister, make me another roll.
Come on.
Really want to fumble here.
Don't fumble.
Can I get inspiration?
Yes.
That one was just a hard success. I really want a critical. No, I'm kidding.
Did you fumble?
That was a 99.
Oh, that is a full-on Amy.
I'm so sorry.
No, that is a full-on Emma.
Yeah, full-on Emma, yeah.
Oh, honey.
What's the worst advice I could give you?
Wow. So, speaking of things I never thought I would say, you have now tied Amy in Emma's.
Ooh. What? No, and here's the thing. You know what? Hold on. I'm not going to say this out loud. I'm going to message you, Ezra. Hold on.
No.
Oh no.
Run.
Oh no.
This is great radio for the podcast.
So yeah, Donald, you have two sessions with Dr. Hollister, and he really seems, he seems intent on most of his conversation is about is asking questions about Alexandra.
It's asking me for my own observations, like
That's right.
Yeah.
He's suggesting to you, he's like, hey, what do you think you could do that would make Alex, he's like, well, actually, Donald, make me a psychology roll, Donald.
Great. I got 23 in that.
Let's see if you can figure out what a trained psychotherapist is doing to you. All right. So you have no idea that what Hollister is doing is trying to manipulate you to keep Alexandra calm and to keep Alexandra in control. He like has no he has no sense of like, this will make Donald feel better. Instead, it's all about like, how can we keep Alexandra in check and in
here are the changes you need to make in your life, and sure they'll work out for you, but really he's not explicitly doing that though. He's
it's all in a
but that's actually what's happening.
Yeah, it's all covered in a vein of psychobabble that you have no idea about, but the underlying gist of it is like, you should really subvert yourself to make sure that Alexandra is, why aren't you?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't make that roll.
Set yourself on fire to keep the rest of the group warm. I'm so
like the
sorry.
transference thing. Yes, that's good. Nice.
He's the doctor. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
You help yourself by helping others.
Hey, actually, Donald, the help yourself by helping others thing, that feeds into the weird Catholic stuff that you're starting to go through as well.
Oh, crud.
Yes.
And that is real. That's very real. That's all real.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you say that you're having like, you sort of offhandedly joke you're having a crisis of faith, and the problem is you're starting to have faith. Like Hollister is all in on that, and he's like, have you considered what would be better for your immortal soul? And he just like he starts to like proselytize about Catholicism a little bit.
All right, well, if that's what you think, Doctor, I'll think about it.
Find solace in religion.
I mean, with what we've seen.
All right, Professor Lamb, are are you gonna talk to Hollister, given your
It's great.
relationship?
Oh no.
He's
Fuck her brain up too.
I'm going to talk to Hollister, but not for the reason he thinks I'm going to talk to him.
Oh no.
Are you gonna siphon pow off Hollister?
No, because I saw what it did to other people. He is one of our group, but I saw what he did to my friend and colleague.
Are you trying to like out psychotherapy him and like make him feel guilt for what he's doing?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
Because he's a man who did something bad.
So I'm going to make you an offer, Joan.
Oh,
You can do, this is going to be an opposed roll, but you can decide if it's going to be opposed psychology or opposed psychotherapy.
Oh, it's got to be psychology. I don't got any psychotherapy.
All right. So this is an opposed psychology roll between you and Hollister. You're going to need a good success for this to be successful.
Damn.
All right. Both of you smile in ways that
Yeah, both of you smiled in ways that are terrifying.
What do we got?
I missed it by 1. I was thinking of throwing luck in there.
Go for it.
But I can't get a hard success because that would be too many.
Hollister is sobbing.
How bad was that roll?
Hold on, Nick. Don't
Okay.
do you want to spin the luck or?
Yeah, I'm going to spend the luck to make it. Yes.
Okay. All right. Hollister, what'd you roll?
I sent it directly to you. Check your.
I never look. Oh, wow. Wow.
You critically fumble that?
So yeah, Joan, you feel like you have masterfully manipulated Hollister, and you bring up the death of Clive and that sort of thing, and after about
Unexpectedly, actually, no, like you don't even get that far in. He breaks really quick.
He's apologizing. He's he's
there. That's what I needed. That's what I needed.
He's apologizing for the anguish that he caused you in
Oh no, he's justified. He just feels horrible about it.
He's
he's like I had to and sobbing.
Yeah.
But
there was no other way. Like we were all gonna die. Everyone was gonna die. The world was gonna die.
Yeah, so you both have this moment where Joan tries to turn it back on you and be like, and that's exactly why I do the POW thing I do, because otherwise the world's going to die. Don't you understand? Yes. And terrifyingly, you sort of understand. Although, in your head, you're like, one person, dozens of people, you still have some, but she has had some success in terms of turning that back on you and giving you, seeing like if you're justifying why you had to kill him, that same justification could potentially work for what she's doing as well. Mm-hmm. All right. I did not anticipate any of that. That is all very interesting. So you arrive in Mombasa. The journey takes, if I were a good GM, I'd already have this information.
But you're a great GM.
Once again, just assume there was a hilarious vignette with the Duchess on board that boat trip that we'll laugh about for years to come.
Am I rolling psychoanalysis for her as well?
Do you want to?
Fumble.
At the dinner table together. I'm on fire right now.
Would you like?
Hey, I got sanity back. I don't know what you guys.
You need something. Yeah. Did I get any more sanity back out of that thing with Hollister, or just satisfaction?
Nope.
Yeah, just
satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
I'll take it.
I'll drop the dice. Sure.
All right. Yeah, sure. You're gonna make me do the voice.
There's the critical success I was looking for.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Donald. I'm so sorry. I understand her now.
I'm so sorry.
So here's what, you have a long, like, it ends up being like a long discussion in a lounge, like several hours long. And, the Baroness starts, well, ever since I lost my dear Bertram, it's just been so hard to go on.
You mean the Duchess, right?
The Duchess. Oh, dear.
You are so lucky she's watching a bardic competition right now and not watching us.
There's a sentence.
You'll find out sooner or later.
You're so lucky she's watching a bardic competition. I've often said, thank goodness for bardic competitions.
I mean, they're pretty fun.
It's been so hard. I haven't fenced since he passed. I haven't told anyone how he died.
Wow, that's
I rolled over on him.
What? Okay.
I smothered Bertram. And she becomes a quivering. The word mass is, not really. She's just a quivering gelatinous cube of.
Get it out of your system. Get it all out.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's so nice to finally have a friendly face. I have to tell you that the new Bertram, he's always in the shadows. He appears out of nowhere. It's terrifying.
I think that's just your mind playing tricks on you, trying to cope with everything that you've got on you. You need to, here, just breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. Very good.
Yes, I used to be something of an opera singer back in the day.
Really?
Yes. I was a tenor.
Fencing and opera, you're accomplished.
Yes, well, thank you so much. It's the life of an aristocrat.
Sounds like you already had a large burden on you. It's amazing that you're able to hold up with all of that.
Well, it's so nice for someone to recognize how difficult it is to be me. No one seems to understand. I feel somehow alone, as if no one wants to be around me.
No, but no, that's the human condition. Everyone feels that, but you have to get out there and you have to try to connect with people.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, young man. You're very kind. Have you considered studying psychology?
Never been that good at it.
No, I noticed. Yes. Still, you have a kind ear.
I do what I can.
A weak chin, but a kind ear.
I don't have a weak chin. What?
Better a weak chin than no chin.
Oh God, that voice.
Thank you for pulling it out. That made me almost sob laughing.
But yeah, you terrifyingly have, you have soothed some of the Baroness's discomfort.
The Duchess, perhaps?
God dog it.
We'll have another shot, Donald. We'll have another shot.
Yeah, thanks.
God, that was horrible. I'm so sorry. I was like, I've got it in the bag, and then it's like, oh, I'm like 5 away. I can surely make this.
Oh.
So while all that was going on, Dr. Paramecium slid the players 500 bits to not politically destabilize Kenya. I don't know if that's conditional or not. I don't know.
What? No promises.
No, yeah.
Speaking of which, as you are, the trip will take 6 days. So you're going to get in on June, I want to say, 17th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, June 17th. As you are, the first newspapers that you see when you're back, there is definitely a new government in place in Egypt. Cairo has fallen to a revolutionary army, and they it appears the English have maintained control of the Suez Canal, but it's like it's a combat zone where there is active fighting as this army tries to take the Suez Canal back. It is things in Egypt are no bueno.
Something that I realized that was obvious that we should have done.
Yeah.
As to the U.S. military base would been to have fabricated a new ID for Alexandria.
Since all of my idents have me as a short white woman, not a tall statuesque black woman.
Can we rewind and get that taken care of?
We have 4 days to do that.
Let's see. So you want to go to the military base for this? So
yeah, we'd have the contacts for doing that there, or I would.
We knew that English fellow from the newspaper, the spy guy. I'd rather get English paperwork than American paperwork for this.
Yeah. I agree.
Kenya is an English colony at this point.
But do we have the contacts for pulling that off? Like, we have the contacts for having Rogers tell them do this.
So, Wasif is a secret agent.
Yes.
He's a Kingsman.
Yes.
You potentially, yes. Who knows? He'd have to decide it was in the interests of Great Britain to do it.
Well, and with everything going on with Cairo and everything, I think asking for English help will be a little tricky.
You can always ask. It's worth a shot. Paperwork be English paperwork than American paperwork.
But they're not mutually exclusive is the thing. I can get the ball rolling on one, and it's probably a sure thing. Whereas you can still try to you can get 2 IDs.
True. Keep one hidden in the bottom of a carpet bag.
You will go to the military base and make me a luck roll, Dr. Hollister.
That's very good. If I could get a critical success on a luck roll, I would have.
Well, there you go. All right. Yeah. They'll, they'll sort of, they don't even go to Rogers for go ahead. They'll start working on it. With that roll, it'll be ready by the time before you guys leave. So she'll at least have a U.S. passport when.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And Wasif, let's make a luck roll for Mr. Wasif. Ooh, dear. Apparently, Nigel Wasif has left town.
Okay.
Okay.
The Herald Bulletin is under new ownership. He's fleeing before things fall apart.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
And I could theoretically wire back to Madame in London, but there would be a lot of explanation required, and I don't want to have to make that explanation. So I think I stick with it with an American passport and do my best to make my voice as American as possible.
Another option is, of course, we spend some money on an Egyptian passport. Just give some money to somebody, and then they take a picture and they document it there in Egypt as an Egyptian citizen.
The thing is that I think the U.S. citizenship has more clout.
It's easier to forge the Egyptian one, and there's no way they can't check it. It will collapse at some point. So
the U.S. passport goes a lot of places. I'm going to vote that the U.S. passport is going to be our best option right now.
The U.S. passport definitely has pluses and minuses.
That's the way with any passport, really.
Yeah, I mean,
that's so late.
So you arrive in Mombasa, Kenya. It is a low-lying port town. you know that you want to head to Nairobi, which is going to be a train trip to get there into the mountains. So let's go over briefly. For our viewing audience, let's go over briefly some of the things that you want to hit in Kenya. You have Jackson Elias was previously here, as was the Carlisle expedition. And from Brady that this is actually where he grabbed Carlisle and fled from. Was here in Nairobi.
So I'm waiting for information from Rogers on how to seal this particular area. How long are we staying here?
In Mombasa, you're probably going to you might not even stay the night. The train to Nairobi you'll probably get on the train to Nairobi. And unless there's something you really want to do in Mombasa, you're probably, Mombasa is a larger city. So if you want to do shopping or something, it's probably better to do it here. Nairobi is up, but it's closer to the area that you're, where you think. So the big things Nairobi's where Jackson Elias went. It's where a lot of the colonial government is, which is a big thing to look into. And it's where most of the white population of this neck of the woods is. So you know from the notes of Jackson Elias, you have some names of folks who the guys who actually found the English soldiers who found the bodies. You have the names of I think, let's see here. You have the name of a politician, Johnstone Kenyatta. You have the colonial undersecretary for internal affairs, Roger Corridon. You have a list of names that he questioned of various people. And you also have the name Nails Nelson, a mercenary that he ran into there.
And Mark Selkirk.
And that's right. Mark Selkirk is the soldier. He was the lieutenant who led everything. And you know that somewhere there's a number of mountains. Like you on the boat will look at, you look at a map of Kenya, and there's a bunch of different mountains all along there. None of them, unfortunately, are called the mountain of the mountain of the bloody tongue, which is where you're supposed to, where you probably shouldn't go, but where you're going to go anyway, where you're thinking about going. And none of them are, there's also no you're able to do the sort of superficial research of none of them are that in French. None of them are that in Swahili. There's no nothing like that.
Do we have the rough idea of the X's that Emma saw on the map when at the Dark Pharaoh to kind of narrow down, it's probably in this area?
It's it's Nairobi-ish.
That's good.
Well, that narrows it down from a whole nation at least.
Right, yeah. Eldebrat is sending the players 500 bits to burn down Kenya.
No problem.
That's a lot of, can you narrow it down to a city? That's a lot of work.
It is. It's a lot of, it's a lot of forest fire to start.
It's not California, okay?
It's summer in Africa. I feel like, and it's near the equator. I feel like we could probably, set a good grass fire and just walk away.
So as you arrive in Mombasa, customs is super lax. They don't even search your stuff. Actually, only Nitocris's stuff is searched. Nothing else is. And they when you present they look at you and they go and an American? So the rest of you, do you all have U.S. passports?
I have a British passport.
Yeah, Donald has British. The rest of you have U.S. So all of you with U.S. passports get a 1-month visa. Donald, you can stay here as long as you want.
And I think Emma and Joan have the passports Donald got for them, I believe, because he got a bunch of really good fakes in London.
That's
were
right.
English passports.
Yeah, but I think those were American. Because
I
you want to deal with it.
Jones would have been. Yeah, that would have been.
You want to deal with accents.
Mine's
Accents, yeah.
Could try one.
No.
So yeah, you everyone except Donald has a 1-month visa. Although, it's not like they're going to track you down and kick you out. They're very like, good tourists, American tourists.
It's okay. We don't have that many days left anyway.
6 months.
6 months.
And you're here in Mombasa. There is a train to Nairobi that will leave. It's supposed to get you to Nairobi at 10 p.m. It'll leave here at 2 p.m. and it's about noon now. And the shipping line will just take your bags. If you want, we'll take your bags directly to the train.
So here's a good place to buy supplies, right?
What sort of supplies you're thinking?
I mean, mainly just non-perishable food, water, and then it doesn't look like they would have any native attire here if we need to try to disguise ourselves.
Hold on though, Doctor. Let's go to Nairobi first, then talk to people before we actually leave the city. I'm not going anywhere until we know what the hell we're going.
And Nairobi, they'll tell you that Nairobi is a safari town, so like supplies and stuff are easy to get there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would have gotten a couple sets of clothes in Cairo, but I would have spent most of the 4 days just hiding because I don't want to be Nitocris on the street. So I definitely want to get clothes here because Nitocris is a foot taller than Alexandria.
Yeah. So you can buy a couple outfits in Mombasa. Their stuff in Mombasa, it's a little more Arab influence. So a lot of like flowing gowns and robes and coverings and that sort of thing. And like Nitocris is still just like Nitocris feels scared.
Yeah, I'm monitoring that part of my brain pretty carefully. Like if I seem distracted to people, it's because I'm just watching.
You haven't mentioned any of the stuff she said to you to anyone.
Nope, not a chance in hell. Like the only person I might have mentioned it to is Hollister, and only because he's been digging at Nitocris.
Do you want to decide that, or do you want a die roll to decide that?
I'll decide that. She told him that Nitocris was afraid to be here.
Okay.
Well, that just makes sense. I think we're all afraid to be here. So
no, like she believes that we are all going to die. That this body is going to die. That she said the beast deals in blood. Her husband deals in riddles and games, and the beast deals in blood.
So we brought those rifles with us, right?
Always.
Rifles, pistols, daggers, all of that. Of course we did.
Crowbar, come on.
Of course, crowbar. I mean, I don't know. A part of me thinks that she just fully appreciates what we're going up against.
There was something very specific about Kenya.
Well, I'm going to state the obvious, but we'll have to stay on our guard. If we see trouble, we can back away and assess.
I am never not on my guard with this presence in my head.
Good to hear.
I'm doing my best.
Has Donald been helping?
Won't leave me alone, that guy.
I'd rather not talk about that.
Okay. It's important to maintain your relationships and remember that you're still you.
I'm just going to leave that alone because that is a rant for another day.
So Alexandra, one thing you will notice is that this place is super stratified. Like there are whites only places. So when you go to buy clothes, you're going to specific, you end up at specific areas. You reflexively, a few times you walk in the wrong thing or something like that. And you are politely but firmly, sent in another direction, usually with an implication that you're really dumb. And they're like, so you're getting a sense for that. And that only heightens when you go to buy the train tickets. And the only car, so there's first class and second class, which are white only. Then there's third class, which is rich black and brown. And then there's fourth class, which is lying on a wagon car. They will not let white people buy third or fourth class. And they will not let you, Alexandra, buy first or second class.
Yeah, and by the time that I've gotten to the point of actually buying the ticket, I'm on a knife's edge of just this rage.
Are you going to do third class or fourth class?
Probably third. I don't want to be laying in the
Yeah, so you'll be sitting on like it'll be like a standard bench thing.
Is there anyone that I can talk to
in terms of
in terms of making some sort of exception?
That is not
from a medical standpoint. Like, I need to be there. If I can say, like, she has a condition that I have to observe, you could be risking her life, you have to make an exception for me to be there. This could be life or death.
Who is this woman? Is she like a princess or something?
And I just look at him and like with a little bit of nitocris in her eyes, just like, not quite.
Begging your pardon, sir, but it's just, the regulations are the regulations.
Let it go, Hollister. It's not that long of a ride.
I'll walk away.
Are the rest of you going first class or second class?
Need to conserve money. I was going to go second.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know who's got the money now.
I'm
Silvano.
going first class.
Hey.
Hollister is.
But
you gave the 10,000 back, so.
Yeah.
What? That wasn't our money.
Very true. It's very true.
Accurate, but
So yeah, anybody who wants to go first class should make me a credit rating roll.
Well, I want to, but
No, I actually didn't make it. I guess
All right,
I'm so good here.
Yeah, so you're a little short of first class ticket money right now in the pocket. So you will go second.
Okay.
ooh, I did actually make it. What do you know?
If you want to go
32.
first class, you can, Emma. All
Like
right,
in my
Emma,
last, yeah.
Emma's sitting up in her own little compartment. Outstanding.
I put my sword next to me, like nobody can. You know how you put your book bag on a chair next to you? That's exactly what's happening. I'll be like, and this is for my sword.
You're in first class. They don't care. They're not
Nope.
even like, they'll be like, and would your sword like a drink, madam?
It would. It is like a double.
This is double-edged, right?
Yep.
So the train is the engine, then the flat car with fourth class, then third class, then the dining car, then second class, then first class.
We're not even next to third class.
No, they're not going to let them walk through to go to dinner. In fact, they actually will change the silverware between the dining of first and second class and third class. And fourth class doesn't even dine. Fourth class is like sitting out under, they're closest to the engine, so they're getting most of the smoke. First class is farthest from the engine, so they're getting a relatively unobstructed move. There is one car of each class, and they are third class, only fourth class is like jammed to the gills, like people hanging off the train. Third class is full, Second class is comfortable, and first class is very nice. And you, in third class, Alexandra, make me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. 50.
Okay. So about 3 hours into the train ride, as the train starts to start to make the incline up, and slow down some, you hear I mean, you've heard it before. You think you hear chanting somewhere in here, just very quiet, very under the breath.
I'm going to look up and look around casually, trying to spot where that's coming from.
Okay. Would you like to make a Cthulhu Mythos roll?
Don't tempt me. Not really, but I will. The fact that you're offering Cthulhu Mythos specifically means this is something I need to be aware of. And yes, I'll use Nitocris's stat.
Okay.
32.
So that means you don't have to check it off, right?
You don't check Cthulhu Mythos anyway.
Oh no, but if you make it.
Even
No,
if
there's no
there's
box.
no check mark next to Cthulhu Mythos.
No, but I mean Ezra is generally mean, and yeah, I got
Oh
that
no,
wrong.
I have to add a hash mark to the Nitocris.
Yeah. So, Nitocris says someone is summoning something.
Do you know what?
I can't really hear.
I'm gonna triangulate where that sound is coming from and casually step a little bit closer.
Okay. Make a listen roll.
Okay. Why is my listen better than my spot hidden?
Interesting question.
85 on the nose.
Music.
Wow, your listen's 85.
Yes, my listen's 85.
So yeah, you even though there's this is a cacophony in this thing, and there are chickens, there are people squabbling, that sort of thing. You're able to see a small, possibly Indian, maybe a Southeast Asian woman, who is almost like a rosary, is just kind of nodding her head and doing this chant and playing with something in her hands.
Is there anywhere near her to sit down?
Make me a luck roll.
I kill my other dice. 14. That's a hard success.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll spot her and see the empty spot that's relatively close to her, I imagine, and I'm gonna go and just casually move and sit next to her or near her,
Okay. Yeah.
so that Nitocris can get a better beat on what's going on.
Yeah, it's it's a ritual of summoning. That's all I can get. Oh, it's happened.
What? Oh, did Lucy? I was
Lucy
like, wait, what are you talking
I
about?
know it happened.
Yeah, I was trying to piece it together. Then you look back, and I'm like, oh, cats.
Oh,
Lucy
Lucy.
staring up at this screen like, this is new.
It took him longer than I expected.
He was probably eating. Yeah, so this person is just lying there, is not even paying attention to you, and is just and she's like, but the weird part is it's almost like the person, they just keep saying it over and over. It's almost like a prayer or a wish. It's not actually a ritual.
I'll lean over and tap her on the shoulder.
All right, she looks up and doesn't conceal the "don't touch me" anger.
I'm
And
just Just watching her with a very calm expression, just eyebrows slightly raised.
Okay. Make a psychology roll.
Okay. Ooh, ought 2, critical.
This woman recognizes you.
Ooh. Oh, great. I'll look at her and say, whatever you are summoning, you probably shouldn't.
Why are you here?
I have work to do.
I heard about Egypt.
I'm sure everyone has at this point.
Why did you leave at such a time?
It was the right time. Enough had happened and it was time to move on.
Do you know who is on this train?
Who?
Them.
You're going to have to be more specific.
I am?
Yes.
No, I'm not. They are on this train.
I have many enemies. You'll have to be more specific.
Who are you?
I am as you see.
That's not an answer. Who are you?
You're not giving me any answers. Why am I required to give you any?
I think we're done here.
Stop it. You're not here. Whatever you are summoning, stop. I have plans.
Your plans are for Egypt.
Be that as it may, I am also on this train. And I
Does
do not...
Imweru know you are here?
Unlikely. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. This is my last warning. Stop.
Stop me.
All right.
So you're just going to stab a woman on the train.
My intimidate score is awful.
Make the roll after you've stabbed her. You could get
I would give you a bonus die to intimidation after a stabbing.
No, I'm not going to stab her. I'm sitting fairly. I'm sitting fairly close to her. I actually have the fingernail attack, so I would like reach over casually, like I'm about to touch her shoulder, and like jab into the side here.
And she will immediately jump up and go, "This bitch stabbed me!"
I'm like, with what?
And she'll like bring out the blood, and a porter will come over and will say, "Back to fourth class, you." And that's when you learn a little bit something about the standing of castes: white, Indian, black.
Good to know. All right, well then I end up back in fourth class. This will be fun.
They will bodily take you back there. As you leave, she smirks and starts chanting again.
And I'll look back at her and just smile and let Night, because Nightcrest is still a little bit forward. Do one of the gestures to the beginning of a spell, since that's
Are you going to let Nitocris do that?
Well, I let her forward with the Cthulhu mythos. I imagine she hasn't retreated very far.
You can imagine all you want. You don't know how this works.
Fair.
Are you going to let Nitocris start to gesture to make a spell?
No.
All right. So you get sent back to fourth class.
Mm-hmm.
And this person starts chanting again. And Nitocris will tell you she has no idea who that person is.
Why does she know you? She recognized you instantly.
I'm a goddess.
Whip-de fucking do. People still have to see you.
Imweru was the woman who was with the Carlisle expedition.
Benet?
Yes. Benet is her pretend like I'm an English person name.
Oh. Well, useful to know.
She must run the cult here.
And she's still alive. That's interesting knowledge.
She's summoning something. And she clearly knows that your friends are on this train.
I know. I'm aware. There's not much I can do.
Why did you stab her?
Shut up.
You're not good at this.
I'm just like sitting, like lean back against whatever I can find to lean against and close my eyes, just ignoring her.
You gave her blood.
I gave her her own. If she was going to use her own.
That's the best kind for blood magic.
Well, then why the hell didn't she cut a finger and use her own if she was so damn serious?
Because she's on a train around people. Because she's good at this. She knows that you can't do magic in public and make it look like magic.
I'm not a caster. I don't play this game.
You need to start playing any game or you're going to be dead. You should just let me take over.
Not a chance in the hells.
None of that would have happened. We'd be sitting on a bench.
Yes, because that's so much better than sitting where we are.
I don't like smog.
I'm from London.
So that'll, you guys will bicker for hours.
Oh, probably.
And everybody on, let's see, everybody in second class, make me a luck roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I failed that.
Oh, I'm good. Got half.
All right. Everybody who made the luck roll can make a spot hidden roll.
Can I, though? Can I really?
All right. So Joan, darkness has fallen, and you're coming back from dinner, and you would swear that out one of the windows of the train as you're walking by, like there was like a ball of light briefly. That seemed to be moving with the train.
Oh, not like ball lightning or something like that, like something that was.
I mean, who knows? But it was brief, and then it just like fell back out of sight.
Yeah, well, I would mention it because we need to be on our lookout for weird things happening. So I'll mention it to Donald and Hollister.
Okay.
What did you say?
Which side? What?
So on the right side of the train, Joan says she saw like a ball of light briefly.
Yeah. Looked like it was with the train and then it was gone.
Okay, well, what does that mean?
I don't know, but I wanted to make sure we've got to be up. We got to be looking for things. We've got to make sure that anything weird we all tell each other about.
I'm just going to look out the window.
I'm looking at the window.
Right to the window. Look out the window. What's going on out here?
Yeah. So in second class, the window's open. So, you pull the windows out and you're looking around and you don't see any balls of light.
Is it daytime or nighttime?
It is night.
Okay. Yeah, so I would have seen this, I think, if there was something out there.
No. It was brief. It came and it was gone.
Maybe like there was a sign with a reflective surface. Light hit it just as we went by. You said
out in the middle of nowhere, right?
I mean,
I don't see anything out there, John. I don't know what you're looking for. What am I looking for?
All right, we can't see it now, but just be aware that there are things. There's weird stuff out here. Just be aware.
Isn't there like a jungle out there or something? Or in the savannah? Where are we actually?
There's a bunch of cultists too.
You're heading up an incline.
Are we in the jungle terrain or what's the terrain like?
So, Kenya, the flat part of Kenya is mainly grassland, but now you're heading up into the mountains.
Okay.
You're actually going from almost sea level to 6,000 feet, where Nairobi is. So you're at a pretty healthy incline.
All right, just be aware. Just be aware.
All right. I know what to look for, but yeah, fine, yes.
All right, fourth class. You are outside, and you make me a luck roll.
Uh, 41 made it.
Okay, make me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. 3.
All right, so you clearly see a ball of blue flame zip along the train and like go out of your sight up past third class.
Okay. What are the cars of the train like? Are they the sort of thing that I could get on top of the train car and like travel along the top of it to find second class?
So there is a porter whose only job is to make sure that people in fourth class don't leave fourth class. So he's basically like standing at the door of the fourth class train, like just bored watching. You're pretty sure climbing up the train would be
get some attention, yes.
Yeah.
How fast is the train going at an incline?
It's not going that fast, but it's faster than, like you don't want to get off if you get off the train will leave you quickly.
Okay. All right. I am aware that this is probably what that woman was summoning. And I mean, process of elimination, it seems fairly simple. So shit. Is it just the one porter?
Yep. There's just one guy bored.
Okay. I'll get up and stretch a bit and then like saunter over to him, very casual, very, studied casualness. And
you're going to have to open the door to the third class car to talk to him.
Is he between the cars? I'm trying to picture this.
So the fourth class car is just an open wagon.
Uh-huh.
The third class car, which is connected to the fourth class car, is a sealed car train. So you'll step over onto a small balcony and there'll be a door there, and that door has a window in it, and just sitting in the window is this bored guy.
Okay. That being the case, so I'd have to open the door in order to get to him?
Yes.
Would it be possible then to like shift up and get below his line of sight and come around to climb up the side of the train?
As long as nobody else from the... I mean, there's a bunch of other people in fourth class who might wonder what you're doing.
Sure, but as long as they don't go yelling for whatever's going on.
I mean, you can... so it's going to be fairly easy for him not to see. So you can make a stealth roll, and you'll have advantage for rolling against that guy. And then it'll just be a straight stealth roll against everybody since a lot of people are sleeping or just like not, so.
Sleeping or bored and it's dark.
Yeah. So let's do the opposed roll versus the guy who's semi-actively watching. You have an advantage die on this.
Okay. 31.
Yeah, he doesn't, he's reading a magazine.
Okay. Thank you, Birds of Paradise.
Oh!
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Birds of Paradise. So
Great.
now against the people in the fourth class.
Hot 2. Did you get an ought 1? Oh my god. All right.
So,
Can I spend a point of luck to make that even?
well, you have to beat it.
Ah.
And 2 points of luck to make it a 0.
I don't think that's a thing.
Pretty sure that's how math works.
That's how math works. It's not how dice work.
So you hear somebody say something in African as you duck around the side of the train, and you are now. So you're going to try climbing along the windows of the third class car.
My idea, I'm not a spider. My idea was to climb up to the roof of the car and then like stay low and move up toward the car of the second class and try to keep eyes out for that light ball thing.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you climb up on the roof, and from the roof you have an excellent view of that light ball thing setting the kitchen the dining car on blazing fire. It is like it basically is just planted on the roof, and the entire dining car, the roof of it is like starting to buckle and melt, and like the fumes and the flames are starting to spring. And I think starting a fire is a great time to go to break.
The car was on fire and it wasn't our fault.
It's not our fault. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will be back just as soon as 6 people can use 6 bathrooms. And yeah, we'll see you when we're back.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome back, internet friends. When last you left us, a train was catching on fire, potentially. So we're going to go into initiatives. But before we go into initiatives, one last thing, Tiana, briefly, as you are up on the roof, that ball of flame, despite not seeming to have facial features or anything like that, looks directly at you. It like turns to you, and for just a second, you see the Indian woman's eyes in that ball of flame. All right, there you go. Actually, you know what? Since it's just you, Tiana, we won't go into initiative yet.
Okay.
So until the warning is raised, the rest of you are just sort of blissfully enjoying your time. I will make a roll every round. So Tiana, what are you doing?
Okay. How far away am I from the burning roof at this point?
It's so you're on top. You just got to the top of the third class car. So it's the entire third class car. So call it, I don't know, 150 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then the middle of the dining car. So another 70 feet. So you're about 220 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to start making my way towards that carefully because we're on an incline and I don't want to slip and fall.
It's true. That definitely slows you down a little.
Mm-hmm. Am I going up or down to get to the dining car? I'm trying to picture it because the fourth class is the closest to the end.
Down, actually. You're going down, which is in some ways even more dangerous.
Yeah, no. When I was going hiking this last week, I preferred going up to going down. Going down, you slip and fall, and it's awful.
And you're just.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you're going at a careful speed, you don't need to make any rolls. You just start to move towards it. So, but at the speed that you're going, you feel like, you're not going to be in time to. The dining car will be on fire.
Okay. Then I'll move a bit faster. I want to get there before it is impossible to stop the fire.
So it seems like this thing is sinking down into like through the roof as it's slowly melting the roof.
I don't have any good ideas for this. My best idea for this is like take off a jacket and wrap it around it and throw it off the fucking car, but that's about as good as I've got. I don't think a knife will do much against fire, honestly.
Oh, no, I was talking about for moving quickly on the top of the.
Fair point. No, what I want to do is like move low and like keep a hand on the roof of the train so that if I slip, I have something to grab for.
Okay. You're not gonna fall off the train or anything like that. But make me a dex roll, and this will just tell us like how noisy kind of you're.
47 out of 65.
Okay. Yeah. You feel like, there are probably like unavoidable, like dun, 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 footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like crunch, bam, boom, there's not huge amounts of noise.
Right.
And you, so yeah, you make it about half the way through this train. I'll roll for this thing. All right. Ooh, wow. So, like you can start to feel the heat emanating from this thing, even from where you are.
Okay.
This is a ball of plasma. It is, this is not, oh, it's on fire. This is, like it's melting metal.
Okay.
The alarm.
Sensing that and sensing that getting much closer is probably going to be fairly dangerous with how hot that is already. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to reach for the Nitocris part of my brain and ask, is there anything you can do? Do you know what this thing is?
Some sort of fire spirit.
Is
there anything I can do? I could try a banishment ritual. I don't have the materials I need.
What do you need?
Well, mostly blood.
If I let you use mine, are you going to try to take over?
Yours?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't. What do you mean? Whose body is this?
Search yourself, Alexandria. This is your chance.
It's mine.
Yours.
It's anyway. Look, we'll be stuck out in the middle of fucking Kenya if this gets set on fire, and it's a few hours yet to where we're going. So if you don't want your body experiencing a great deal of wear and tear, help me.
Very well. Give me control.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to make you an offer.
I hate that sentence.
I will wipe out every hash mark you have on Nitocris. And I'll decide what she's going to do.
Okay.
Or you'll keep the marks and you'll add one and you'll essentially have veto power.
I want veto power, so I'll add a hash mark to that.
All right.
I'm currently at 4.
You sure are.
Making sure our numbers add up together.
Okay. So Nitocris starts moving a lot faster. And Nitocris gets to the edge of the third class car, and you can feel the heat emanating from this thing. And she lunges down to the landing, rips open the door, pulls the guy out, and is going to slice his throat. There's like a poor porter right there.
Do I see any other porters in immediate line of sight?
No.
Then I'll let her do it.
Okay. Make me a sanity roll.
Sure. Oh, good. 28.
You're surprisingly okay with this.
This is me.
Yeah.
You're criticizing her knife work.
Seriously, like stilettos are not slashing weapons; they're stabbing weapons.
No, there's no knife involved.
Ooh.
She grabs the guy out, and her fingernails just run across his throat, and there's like a shink sound, and like the skin just separates, and blood starts gushing out, and she like covers her hand in it, and she starts chanting.
Okay. And I'm watching intently, but I'm standing back and letting her work.
Okay. Oh no. All right. She is like, she seems to be struggling with whatever she's chanting.
Do we use inspiration?
I'll give her inspiration.
Let's do it.
Anyone
You
second?
Wow.
Oh, we've just got a new way to burn through
Wow.
inspiration. Awesome.
Wow. All right. You give Nitocris inspiration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Outstanding.
It wasn't even my idea, damn it.
Wow. I guess I have to put Nitocris on the Emma board.
Oh no!
Critically
No,
fumbled.
no. Oh, sorry. The Amy board. The Amy board.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, she is struggling with this this banishment thing, and she is, and it's clear that this is like she is focusing intently on this and not really paying attention to anything else. Everybody in first and second class notices that the train is like jerking to a halt. This is like the emergency stop. And in first class, a very nice porter is walking down the row of the little cabins and is just saying, "Oh, beg pardon, minor stop. There's been a small maintenance issue. We'll be going again shortly. Please stay in your cabins. We'll be bringing around champagne shortly.
Awesome.
In second class, you are all so you're sitting in like nicer. You're sitting in chairs, in sort of upholstered chairs. It's not benches. But the train definitely lurches as it's stopping, and you get like bumped forward a little bit. And you see a porter run the length of the car from the front of the second class car all the way to the back of the car. And he starts having a huddled, quiet discussion with the porter at the other end.
Back out the window. We're looking back out the window where Joan saw.
All right. Yeah, so you're staring out the window. Donald, what are you doing?
I want to listen on the conversation behind me.
Okay. And Joan, what are you doing?
Well, actually, I was going to try to look through the cars to see, because if he ran all the way to the back, what's going on back there? So I was kind of looking through.
When you get up to this, so he ran out of your sight because the bathroom, like it's not like a wide open. There's like a bathroom at where the door is, and then there's like a turn and the door is there. So
all right, then I'm going to go to the restroom.
All right, so you two get up and you're going to head back towards the conversation. You'll get there just in time to hear one guy say, "Just tell everyone to stay calm." And then you hear the door, the train door close, and you come around. Actually, you I guess one of you goes in the bathroom, and Donald, you're just standing there.
I'm just standing nearby.
So are you going to be in sight of the porter?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So when he can see you, he'll say, "I'm terribly sorry, sir, but if you wouldn't mind returning to your seat, we're having a minor maintenance issue."
Train stopped. It should be just fine if the train stopped. I'm going to use the restroom when the lady is finished.
Well, we don't know when we're going to be starting up again, so if you don't mind just having a seat, please.
Well, I'll go in a few minutes. Thank you.
So he's going to he's very politely in that way that only the English can, like trying to herd you. And you're like trying to obfuscate him and that sort of thing.
I'll be just fine. I'm right here. Train's not moving, fella. Just tell the other passengers, do your job.
Sir, I'm going to have to insist. I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to have to insist that you return to your seat.
Yeah, I'll be fine, fella.
Get away.
Donald, make me
intimidate.
Oh, well, no, you're not, I'm not worried about that. You're not going to move this guy. I'm trying to think of, you don't even make me roll. You smell something burning.
Oh.
And Hollister, looking back, you definitely see like a, so you're actually looking up towards the front of the train. And it seems like, so the train has stopped, but it seems like there's still smoke coming back towards you.
A quick question. Are we right next to the dining car? Isn't that the next car over?
Door? Yeah, the door that he is guarding is the dining car.
Okay.
And so, Joan, you're in the restroom?
Yeah, I was going to see if there was a window in there. I could take a look outside from the window.
You look back, and again, you see smoke, even though the train has stopped moving.
But I don't see the blue ball or anything.
You do not see the blue ball.
But I do see smoke. Okay. All right, then I will go out and.
All right, so I think we're going to go into initiatives for everyone but Emma here.
It's not smoke, right? It's a steam stack, isn't it?
So no, it is burning. This thing burns wood. It is definitely it's steam, but yeah. So this smells different. That is a good point. This is a different.
This doesn't have.
This is a different burning smell.
So I'll come out. I'll get Donald. Let's go back to our seat. Let's go back to our seat.
We'll deal with that when we get to initiatives.
Okay.
I'm going to set a little timer here. Okay. So 90s, 80s. Donald.
Okay. All right. So am I at the front of the car, which is right next to the dining car, or
that's right? You're at the door right by the dining car.
Right. Looking through to the dining car, do I see anything through the two doors?
So there are on both sides, there's a little curtain pulled
Good.
down.
Okay. But I smell something burning, but really I have no idea. I have no idea what's burning.
It definitely doesn't smell like the train normally smells. But I mean, maybe that's the maintenance problem.
All right. At this point, I mean, I can't see him doing anything. He doesn't really know to go into the dining car. Doesn't know what to do. I think he's going to wait and pay attention and just delay until something becomes apparent that he was.
Make me a psychology roll.
Oh, sure. That's a 30, which is a failure. So
all right. Well, but so even with this guy, the guy who is trying to get you to go back to seat is a little frantic.
Hold on, fella. What's the problem?
It's a minor maintenance issue, sir. If you'll just go back to your seat, we'll be going again shortly.
Hold on. Why? What's the problem with the train?
Are you a mechanic, sir?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm a mechanic.
You're a mechanic?
Yes. Can you tell? I look like a mechanic, don't I? I'm on vacation. What do you want?
Well, it's I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what the problem is.
Well,
but you know who does know? The engineer who can fix it. So we're gonna let him do his job. So you two continue bickering. That was 80s, 70s, Alexandra.
I'm actually 65 now.
Oh, right. Throws everything off.
Yeah, it does.
65 is next. Oh, wait. Joan is first.
There are two of us at 65 now.
Correct.
All right. Well, Joan, you go ahead and go.
All right. So I'm gonna come out of the restroom and I'm gonna say, oh, let's just go back to our seats. So we'll talk there. And I give him a look like we're gonna talk. I got.
So I would go back with Joan. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, everything will be fine.
I'll say thank you for waiting for me, dear, as well. Say
no problem.
Right. You guys will head back up there. All right, 65, Alexandra.
Okay. Is there any way that I can? Because Nitocris has.
Oh wait, sorry. Nitocris is in control.
Yep.
I
imagine she's going to keep trying.
65, Nitocris. She's going to keep chanting.
Cool. Is there anything that I can do to give her an advantage die on this? I'm trying to help.
There's no advantage dice.
I don't remember what it is in Call of Cthulhu. All right.
The bonus die.
Fine, bonus die.
She will very curtly, because she's quite busy, she will say, I don't have full control.
Like huff out a sigh. Fine, take it.
All right.
Because there's nothing that I know there is nothing that I can do about this fire spirit. Stabbing isn't going to help anything. If we're going to survive this, it's going to be on her.
Okay.
I hate this. And I still keep all the check marks. Damn.
All right. So I will give her a bonus die on this roll then. Okay. She starts chanting a little louder. Let's see here. Make me a luck roll for you two.
34, success.
No problem. All right, that was 60s, 50s, 40s. It's a race between Hollister and Emma. On a very low initiative, Emma finally gets her champagne. Hollister, what are you doing? You see Donald and Joan coming back.
No, I don't. I'm pulling myself further out the window to see if I can see what's going on, where the smoke's coming from.
Make a size roll.
Oh, jeez. Hard success.
Wow. All right. Yeah, you're like an acrobat. You are like shimmying. You're now out the window up to your waist, and you are pretty sure that there's a fire of some sort up towards the engine.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll swing back in.
Okay.
And they're showing up.
Yeah, they are coming back.
What do you say, Doctor?
Oh, there's a fire. Something's on fire.
Is it third class? Is third class on fire?
So you guys have just said fire like 5 times.
Yeah, sure.
All three of you make me luck rolls. Oh my
Trying
god!
to be, I was trying to be quiet, but these guys,
Oh
you know.
my gosh!
22.
That's a 4. I rolled a 4.
Wow.
On
Be a
that.
hard success of 22.
And
All right.
I'm the one who said it, so I deserve all the luck rolls.
No, Donald also was like, so it's on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys. Now I was trying to be quiet, but no.
But you didn't say anything, so I don't know why you're rolling. You're
Why are you rolling?
So you hear someone go, is there a fire?
I said tire. It's a tire. They're replacing the tire. And I pick up the jacket that has my gun in it.
Wait, are you brandishing a gun?
No, it's wrapped up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I hope they don't realize that trains don't
Have tires?
Oh, wow. He rolls not well. He says, well, all right, thanks for letting me know. And
Doc-
just sit back down.
Doctor, where is it?
Oh,
Where's the fire?
Yeah, he points up. All right, we are back to top of the
go.
lineup. So, Donald, let me just change the clock there. All right.
There's still a guy guarding the door between us and the next car over, right?
It's true.
All right. Look at the doctor. And I want to. Are we going?
we're going.
All right.
She's over there. It could be.
All right. We're going. All right. So we'll get up. Is Joan coming with us?
No, I'm going to do something over on this side that will make the guy run over.
Okay. So then the doctor and I will very casually into the aisle and start walking back towards the.
I'm
Towards
going
the
to
dining car.
Yeah, and when it's
Okay.
my turn, I'm going to throw an entire fit. I'm just going to throw a fit.
Okay.
Oh, you're letting your inner Karen out.
All right.
Yes.
So you okay. That was 80s 65 this time. Nitocris will go first. All right. She you feel her release some sort of energy, and you feel like elation in her. And you see her take those blades and just lick the blood. And she's like, she is feeling herself right now. Okay, Joan, you start throwing a fit.
And I'm like, I can't believe it. We're sitting here in the middle of it, and I'm just doing the Jersey thing, you know?
Okay. Offer me a roll for that.
Let's see, what would be, I'm thinking, it's not like fighting. It's more like.
This is probably going to be either a persuade or a fast talk.
That's what I say, persuade. I'm going to persuade the guy to come down.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, God.
13. So
Well,
yeah.
he rolled a 99, so he's like, oh dear, a woman's
All
in
right.
trouble.
Yes.
Like, he will.
This is critical.
He will walk past the two of you and he'll say, excuse me, gentlemen, I just need to quiet this woman down here. And he comes over and he's like, ma'am, if you don't mind, please, we're going to be moving as quickly as we can. He like, you have distracted him completely.
Can't believe you. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And I take off my hat.
And her hair is a different color than it was. It's almost like she's gotten younger or, something. Yeah, so you will start doing that. Okay. And he is like totally trying to placate you and quiet you and all this stuff. That was, so you two are at the door, and next round you can do some stuff.
We're just going to slip it open and slip on in quietly.
All right. I will change
I'm
that.
following his slipping because he's actually good at it.
Slipperier.
Okay.
I'll try to slip, but we'll see how that goes.
I got
Alexandra, make me another luck roll.
Okay. 44.
Okay. And that made it? Okay, good.
That made it.
All right.
Barely, but it made it.
So Donald and Hollister, you both you're just going in, right?
Yeah, we open the door for our car. The intermediate
So
exit.
you open the door and you are now outside. It is a hot, humid night, but there is the unmistakable feel of what is becoming a raging conflagration in the dining car.
Oh, no.
The dining car is like when you get the door is hot to the touch of the dining car.
All right. I think I'll take my jacket off as well.
Okay.
And use that to open the door and slide it open.
Ooh,
So
I'm
you're
standing
going
back.
into the dining car.
Yes.
Oh, I mean,
Opening
the car-
it.
It stopped. We can go around. If it's
Well, I'm gonna open the door first. I'm gonna
Yeah,
see
you
the-
open the door and just a wall of heat comes out. And you actually hear like a woof sound.
He gave it more air.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm like, no.
All right, but then we just release the door, let it slide back shut.
All right, yeah.
Hop down and go around.
I mean, the train is stopped. We're gonna have to jump around and go. We're gonna
It's
go.
quite easy to do. So yeah, so you open the door while Hollister hops down. Hollister, make me a spot hidden roll.
Lucky that I fail that.
All right. Okay. I wasn't expecting the thing to get banished. Okay. So, yeah, you have jumped off the train. You are, Joan, you are still distracting this poor guy who is trying
Yes.
to have this go. Oh, Donald, when you opened the door, you saw a porter with like a water fire extinguisher, like vainly trying to like put this fire out.
Poor fella. Yeah.
And that's like all you could see. Basically, past that, the middle of the dining car was just a wall of flame.
Got it. Yeah. So I'm hopping off and following Hollister. We're going around the side of the train.
Okay.
Trying to get the next one.
So you both come around and you see Nitocris standing there holding a dead porter, like his neck lolling back at with an open spot where like his head should be more attached. And her hand and her mouth covered in blood. And she has like a wild look in her eyes.
I mean, that could still be her, right? That
Um,
You're not wrong is the worst part.
that's-
I mean, I haven't seen that. I haven't
That's
seen that
not-
before yet. No.
No, that's not. That's not what she.
Ooh, I'm gonna do psychoanalysis like I've never done psychoanalysis before.
What are you trying to do here?
I'm gonna try to reach her.
I
All
assume
right.
you mean the Alexandria her and not the Nitocris
Yeah.
her.
I mean, if Nitocris wants to yield control, if I can talk her into that, but that's a skill I'm not so good at. I'm gonna try to talk to Alexandria and convince
Alright.
her to
So-
fight.
You got like 10 seconds before I do something.
This is going to be, you're going to have a penalty die on this roll, because Alexandra gave up control.
Yeah.
Total control.
Well, I don't know that, but I'll
No, yeah.
I didn't say it was going to
Gosh.
be easy.
Gosh. Okay. And yeah, so you just start like you sort of laid some groundwork with the stuff you did on the boat, and so you like try to go back to that. Make me
Your body, Alexandria. You can control it.
roll some dice.
So okay, yeah.
I say, is that a good
hard
expression?
success.
Oh,
Hard
good.
success.
Hard success.
Wow, hard success.
It would have been a 0-1 if not for the other dice.
Oh, man.
Wow.
So
That's why I was looking and I was like,
all right. So so Nitocris looks at you and says, I was saving you, you fool. And then, Alexandra, you're back in control.
Son of a bitch. So did the thing get banished?
All right, I've got my jacket out. I'm holding my jacket. I'm waiting to see.
Did I have enough time to get the thing banished?
You don't know.
Damn it! Now throw the body off to the side and like wipe my nails on my on my leg.
All right, make me a luck roll.
And I lean back to Donald. That's an Alexandria thing?
Wait.
36 made it.
Okay.
I take an uneasy step towards Nitocris.
All right, as you take an uneasy step forward, you hear a familiar voice to Alexandra, but not to you two. You hear a woman say, "Oh my God, she started a fire and she killed a porter. Who is this woman?"
I'm going to kill her.
And that, and like you actually say that, and you look back, and that Indian woman is just smiling at you as she like screams that.
And I don't even pause. I draw one of the daggers and move toward her and just like.
So she's behind the door. You're gonna need to like open the door to the car and go in.
Is she in the dining car?
No, she's in the third class car.
Okay, got it. All right,
Now that's definitely Alexandria.
All right, so we'll
just like not even pause, like drawing a dagger and moving. And it's like, yeah, no, anyone who knows her will recognize that movement.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be.
You've got blood on your face.
Thanks.
Disgrace.
all right.
Let's follow her.
So yeah, you will you like tear the door open, and the Indian woman goes before you, and she runs back into the third class car screaming, "She's mad! She started a fire and killed a porter! She's mad, and she stabbed me earlier! She's mad!" Are you chasing her into the car?
I'm stalking her at this point. I am so fucking furious.
Right. So
just like
everybody in the
shoulders
third class,
down, knife slightly behind me, just like fuck you.
everyone
Fuck
in the
you.
third class car sees this woman run down the aisle and then sees another woman just like walking forward purposefully, covered in blood, with a knife. All right, let's make and you two are gonna follow her.
We have to follow her. Yeah, we have to.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you two go in. All right, so Alexander, this is gonna be an opposed dex roll between you two.
Okay.
Oh, birds of paradise.
Andrea!
How? Call her Andrea.
Hot one.
That's better than mine. All right, so you will catch up to her and do what you want to do. So
Okay.
there is a loaded third class car that is just like watching with wide eyes.
Okay. And as soon as I catch up to this woman, I'm just like grab her by the hair on the back of her head and haul her back against me and just stab her through the heart from the back because I am done. And I'm not thinking about consequences. I'm not thinking about any of the rest of this. I am a predator and she is fucking with me.
I love it. All right, make me a sand roll.
Okay. Hot one. I love the metal dice.
You're okay with this.
This is what you do.
All right. So you jam your knife into her heart, and she just goes, "Oh, Imweru says hello." And a porter with a shotgun, a porter has a shotgun pointed at you.
Where is he in relation to us?
He's coming from the fourth class. He's coming from the back of from the front of the train. He heard all the screaming.
Okay, I'm going to hang on to this woman and just use her as a shield.
No, we lost Nick.
Oh, we lost somebody.
Nick.
This will be fun. Now Amy gets to do more OBS fun.
You're muted, dear.
Well, we'll get Nick when he gets in here. We'll figure it out. We might not be able to do a whole lot because Amy is doing this remotely, not in the studio. Thanks for bearing with us as everything continues to go to hell.
Yep.
Emma drinks champagne.
Lucky her.
Yeah.
So this porter who looks scared because there's a crazy woman who just stabbed somebody through the heart is pointing a shotgun, and he's like, lay down. So you two, Donald and the doctor, you come through and you see Alexandra with this Indian woman just stabbed in the heart, holding her, and this porter has a shotgun and is looking right at her and is yelling, lay down.
I want to keep the doctor back so he doesn't run there and get shot like he always does. And cover behind the door and just say, Alex, back up slowly.
And at this point, everyone in this train is just like diving down. Ma'am, you've just killed someone and apparently set a fire. I need you to lay down.
One of those.
You're in a great deal of trouble.
One of those two things is true.
Sorry, that was so awesome.
Good timing, Lucy.
That was awesome.
No.
That was Clyde.
That was Clyde.
Oh, Clyde.
Yeah.
Clyde said no.
No.
Clyde noticed the green.
Hi, Nick. Welcome back.
Hey, what happened? What I miss?
Not much.
So this poor porter is just. Are you going to start backing out?
Yeah, I will back up a few paces, keeping the dead woman is still impaled on my dagger.
Yeah,
and just like
so you're taking her with you.
I'm strong enough now to hold on to her and keep her like against me as a shield as I back up a couple paces toward Donald. But I'm glancing back at him like it's me.
You feel everyone in this train memorizing every inch of you.
Yeah. Let them. I stand out anyway. I have a 90 size and a 90 appearance. I stand out whether I like it or not.
Not in Maasai country, you don't. So, Doctor, you Donald like pushed you back, so quote, you didn't get shot like you always do. End quote.
Oh, come on. We were picking on him while he wasn't here. That was the point.
He's the only one who shoots me.
Stay back. Stay back. I don't want to shoot you.
He's the only one who
that
shoots me.
I don't think we can use that, but
I don't either, but I love
Yeah.
And the porter, they're running out of porters. The porter is just like, he's like super freaked out because they tell him he had like 1 day of training on the shotgun, but he's just like, just lay down, please. Just lay down.
Can I like lock eyes with him and be like, this is above your pay grade? I have nothing against you. This is above your pay grade. Walk away.
This is exactly what I'm paid for. You killed a woman.
You're not paid enough for this. You're not paid enough to deal with me.
I want to give props to Amy, who laid out the OBS stuff and got everything back where it should be.
Well done, Amy.
While like doing it not from her normal computer. It's a nice job. Thank you so much, Amy, for that.
Well done. Thank you so much. You're still muted, so we can't hear you.
Kill you last of all.
All right, I can read her lips pretty well.
So you're backing out, right?
Donald has his gun out.
My gun is out, but it's behind the wall. I'm trying to keep it hidden behind the wall. The guy can't see what I'm doing.
He is not looking at anything but the woman who stabbed another woman.
I'm watching him to see what he does. As soon as his gun's out, mine's out. I'm holding an action.
I'm actually pausing here and being like, just walk away. Just walk away.
He makes his sand roll. You killed a woman and you set the dining car on fire.
I killed the woman who set the dining car on fire.
So one of those things is correct, yes.
I kicked you out of this car for stabbing that woman earlier.
Yep. She was working on setting the car on fire and dooming all of us. Well done.
Just back up. It doesn't.
He was sitting in a chair. Ma'am, do not leave this train. The police will meet us in the station.
Sir, you do not want to play this game with me. I am good at killing. You are not.
That's a terrifying thing.
Better write that down.
Wow, this guy he needs a
steel nerves going on.
You know, good therapist.
There are more of us, and we have another gun.
Just a few more steps.
Sir, I'm going to need you to be quiet. This woman is a dangerous person. Back away from her.
I'll take care of it, fella.
No, you won't. This is train business. Get off, sir. Back off the train. You're not even supposed to be in third class.
Oh, you should be focusing on her right now.
You really should be. This one knows how to deal with my brand of dangerous. You don't.
So unless you try to leave the train, he's just like holding you there.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, he's just holding you there.
How far away is he from me at this point?
You are almost back to where Donald is. He is almost in the middle of the train. He's 50 feet from you.
Okay.
It's a crowded train. Movement is tough.
We're accomplices anyway.
I'll actually glance back over my shoulder at Donald and raise an eyebrow. I've got this.
I got you.
And I'll shift forward a couple of steps, still holding the woman's body against mine. It should be noted.
Ooh, you're lucky he made it. As soon as you move forward, you're lucky he made his sand roll. Like you see the finger like slide towards the trigger.
You wanted me to come? I'm coming.
No, lay down! Lay down!
I'll just look at him and sigh, and in one fluid motion, pull the knife out from behind, from inside the woman, and fling the body at him.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna say he's gonna make a sand roll to not just shoot the dead body.
Yeah, fair.
This guy needs a promotion. It's too bad to die because he has made 4 sand rolls in a roll.
I'm impressed. Annoyed.
This is backup character material. And his sanity, I rolled randomly for it. It's not good. He was already on edge. So you throw the body and he will it will have the, he like lifts the gun up and he's just like, he is definitely distracted.
And when that happens, I'm moving and moving with, imagine with the guys and out.
All right, so you are all leaving the train. All right. Emma.
Well, hold on. She moves past me, right?
Yeah.
I shoot the guy. He's following us.
All right, so there are 40 people in this train, just like...
Oh, the shotgun, Donald, no!
All right, yeah, you take, I guess you pull out your pistol? Is that what's...
Oh, yeah,
thanks.
So make a pistol roll.
It's just a regular success.
All right, roll your damage.
72 would, okay. That is a 10 plus 2, right? Yeah, 10 plus 2, 12 damage.
He goes down.
I was gonna say that would have knocked me unconscious pre-Nitocris. That's
he goes down.
I'll run up and get the shotgun in case he's still.
So you're gonna move towards the guy? Because at this point, people in the train are starting to stand up. And they're like, you just killed him!
Yeah. And
who are you?
Close the train door.
I'm a doctor.
Hollister, come on.
So they're leaving.
Let's go. We're going.
1 minute.
Let's go.
So you're going to continue to move forward?
Yeah, I'll run up to him.
All the people in third class are just like, murderers! You're all murderers!
So Nitocris and I will take off.
To where?
Beg pardon?
Alexander Nitocris. Yeah.
Where are you running to?
Back to where Joan is.
All right, back to the second class car.
We're passing the dining car. Is it still on fire?
Oh yes.
It
Although,
is everywhere.
I mean, it seems like the fire is being addressed.
So would I be able to guess then that the fire spirit thing is gone?
You have no you have no idea.
Well, if the fire is being addressed and actually being fought, would I be able to assume that something that is like keeping the fire going is gone? Or would that not be a fair assumption?
Who knows? You're dealing with like things that you can't assume about.
That's
you
fair.
know that Nitocris felt like she had some sort of celebration. She felt good about something when she was trying to banish it. And you know that as you run by, it seems like that poor guy with the fire extinguisher might be making some. Now he's got a bucket of sand that he's throwing on and all this stuff.
Did you start?
But the dining car is slag. The middle of the dining car is just like bowing down. And you're not sure this train will be able to continue on.
Did you start the fire?
No. That woman that I stabbed was summoning something. It was a spirit of some variety. It was fire and heat and horribleness, and it settled down in the middle of the dining car. And Nitocris was trying to get rid of it. Remind me to kick Hollister in the ankle later.
What do you mean Nitocris was starting? What happened?
Let's save that question until we can sit down.
We can't sit down for quite a while. We've got to move.
Well, then we don't talk about it for quite a while.
Fine. Let's just go.
Hollister, so
Is he still alive?
You are moving towards the guy. People won't let you near him. They are
I'm
like,
a doctor.
You're
I'm a doctor.
murderers. You were with the. Why? Get out! What? He shot him.
He did. I'm a doctor.
All right. That starts to get through to them, and they'll let you by, and you see at least two weapons coming out, at least like two long knives, from several people.
Are they moving towards me, or are they? I'm going to protect myself.
Like, they're like, what the hell's going on? I'm gonna like.
All right. Yeah, if I can get to the guy.
All right, make me this will be a first aid roll.
Yeah, I'm not super. Fumble is 96 and higher, right?
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't fumble.
All right.
Did you 95 it?
I 95'd it.
Oh. All right. He seems dead as the day is long.
So
there's a big hole in his chest.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm not that good of a doctor.
You're not a necromancer, man. Necromancer is just a medic who's too late.
So you come running up saying I'm a doctor, and then you stand up and go, not that good a doctor, and you just walk away.
I mean, I'll be more apologetic than that. It's like there's a hole in his, like that was square in his chest.
So now you're trying.
I don't want to apply pressure to that.
So they will not let. Now they've decided they're not going to let you leave.
Oh.
They're like, you're going to stay here and answer. Like, we're not letting another accomplice get away.
I didn't do this.
No, your friends did.
What makes you think they're my friends?
You were
I
walking
saw people
with
coming
them.
this way. I just saw what happened. I wasn't going to. He had a gun.
You'll wait here until the police come and you'll answer their questions. If you saw what those people did, you're a witness.
Fair enough.
And you were like, well, let's see here. How smart are these people? The answer is probably not really. Nope. All right. Yeah. They don't have a second backup point, but they're just like, you're a witness.
You're all witnesses.
You're a white witness.
And unfortunately, that's more important.
All right. So, Emma, make me.
I'm waiting for an opportunity, though. I'm going to act compliant and see if.
We might lose Nick again.
Mm-hmm.
I hear what you're saying, Nick. I get it. Yeah, you're looking for a place to run. Emma.
No, I didn't know if someone else was going to say something. Yeah, I'm going to act compliant, and if it looks like there's going to be. Okay.
Emma, make me a spot hidden roll.
11. Yep, that's a extreme success.
All right. You see you see a porter and the conductor like full on running from the front of first class, which has a small little lounge where usually the conductor waits. And there's a bartender there, and actually the bartender as well. And the bartender, with that roll, you'll see it. The bartender has a pistol.
Okay.
And they're all running towards the engine.
Okay, which is towards the dining car, right?
Yes, towards the dining car.
Okay, so I'm gonna discreetly put my sword someplace that not everybody can see it, and start moving forwards in the classes. So I'm gonna go to the next car over, which is third class or second class, right?
Second class, yeah.
Okay.
So you will make it. You'll open the door to second class, and you see Joan. Joan, as you the door comes open, and you're sitting there, and you're like haranguing this poor guy. Make a listen roll, Joan.
No.
Okay. The guy who's talking with you, like, suddenly turns his head towards the lower classes, and the door to the to the first class cabin opens, and in run the conductor, another the last porter, and the bartender. And the conductor will come in and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to need everyone to take their seats. We are having an emergency. Please sit down." And
I'll start crying.
But he's saying this as he's not, like, he doesn't stop moving.
I'm going to start crying at the guy. "Oh, no, don't leave me." I'm going to start crying.
The conductor will come up, like, as he passes you, he just looks at the porter and says, "Handle that and come on." And the guy who's in front of you said, like, looks at you, and you can clearly hear him. He's trying to say this quietly, but he says to the conductor, "I heard a gunshot." And the conductor looks at him and says, "Oh, damn it. Ma'am, sit down now."
And I sit down because
all right.
What am I going to do with all those guns out at me?
Nobody was pointing a gun at you.
No, I'm just saying with all the guns out. What am I going to do?
Yeah. There's only one gun out right now. Only the bartender has.
Okay. So if there's only one gun out, I can say because I was thinking if they all had guns, I'd be like, okay. But I was like, what? You're not going to stay and protect us from what's coming? You need to stay and protect us. We're all just sitting here, sitting ducks.
You handle this. The rest of you come with me. So the poor porter is going to stay with you, and the others are going. And the porter is getting more and more frustrated with you, and is getting more and more strident. So Alexandra and Donald, you will make it up to the second class car, and
go to the window where I believe we were sitting.
You're going to try and climb in the window.
Well, just signal. Try to get if I can see somebody through the window outside.
So you see the back of Joan's head as she is like carping at some poor. There's
a guy there.
She's who's looking right at you.
Yeah, I am definitely keeping low and against the side of the train because I do not want to be spotted this close to second class and first class.
So Donald wants to be seen.
I do not.
So there's a guy behind, like, you see the porter like lock eyes with you for a second, and he's like, "What the hell?"
There's a fire in the dining car.
Ma'am, sit down. You get back in the train.
The train's on fire, you idiot.
The train is not on fire. This car is not on fire. Please, everyone, remain calm.
Goddamn train's on fire.
As he does that, like,
get out of that fucking train.
We're all getting up. We're all
This
getting
car
up.
starts to go like, what? It's on fire. I thought they said tire.
And I'm
What?
gonna yell, fire!
All right. Yeah. Everybody starts jumping up and running like both through both aisles. They are like clearing out of this place. The people who go towards the dining car are not happy, and they try to turn around when they see the actual fire. So then they're coming back this way. So Emma, you have just launched into this whole mess.
Okay. Is it easy? It's not easy to get past this commotion. So my best.
They want to go.
Got it. So I'm basically fighting like an entire train first. So is there a way to get out between first and second class?
They're 2 steps down at the porch of every train.
All right. I'm out.
All right.
I'm outside.
So you both step down.
Yep. And I go around to go look. I'm like heading back around to kind of go back where I was initially following the porter and the bartender and the captain or whatever.
Okay. So they seem, you see them have stopped at the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the door open, and they seem to be having they're yelling inside about something. You can't hear what they're yelling until you get closer. So Donald and Nitocris, people are starting to stream out of this second class car. First class remains blissfully unaware.
Lucky them.
Just wait till they discover that the bartender's gone.
I want to yell to
That's
Joe.
awesome. Yeah. So a guy like pokes his head out and sees everyone going out and goes, has anyone seen the bartender?
Everyone's running around screaming.
Seeing all of the commotion and people emptying out of the train, I'm going to look at Donald and say, it's going to be better if I'm not near here.
I imagine your part of the train will empty too in just a few moments. Just hide for a moment until we can hide in the crowds, or better, I'll get the baggage. I'll get the baggage.
Everyone in third class knows my face.
Right,
I need to not be here.
You can go. I don't know. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna look around and see what the terrain looks like around us and try to find somewhere to go and just lay low.
Okay. Yeah, it's hilly, but you can easily find a spot where you are still in sight of the train because it is all lit up in various ways, and easy to see. You're about 50 yards off to the left of the train.
Okay, so I will look at Donald and point at it, like a very slight hand gesture to indicate which direction I'm going, and then just take off and go hide.
Okay. I want to talk to Joe and get our baggage off the train.
So the baggage is all but down by the engine.
Which is the front.
Yes, which is by fourth class.
Damn it.
All right, Dr. Hollister. So you were looking for an excuse. Make me a luck roll.
Actually, can I ask someone to go up to the second class car? I made the luck roll, but my medicine bag is in the second class car. I keep that with me. Can I ask someone to go get that to see if I can
Sure,
try to?
Yeah, somebody will go do that. Did you make the luck roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the guys with a knife will go and do it.
Okay.
There's one less weapon in the cabin. But yeah, you tell him where it is. He's gonna have to somehow convince them he's not stealing it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what am I gonna do with a guy with a knife? All right.
I have suggestions.
Can I talk to Joan? Joan, are you free? No.
Joe, now that everyone's flipping out, the guy who was with you is just like fine, and he starts to head towards where everybody else is going.
Okay. So yeah, Donald, what's going on?
John, I'm gonna need some water, some food, some supplies, blankets, or something. I need it right away.
Okay. All right.
I'm not staying on the train.
Got it.
I'll meet you in Mombasa or whatever the hell any of these tracks are.
All right. So
a good sign that he doesn't know where he's gonna be.
Nairobi. We're going to Nairobi.
Wherever the end, I guess that's where we're going.
Wherever we're going. The end. We're going to the end. Wow. All right. So do I see anything around here that I can like throw him? Luck?
Sure, make me a luck roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if everybody's running around, maybe they left some stuff.
You also steal it from first class. I know they got a lounge or something back there.
No. I fumbled my luck.
Like some people have some jackets and things like that, but not like there's not like days worth of food or anything here.
Yeah, no, I've totally fumbled the luck. Sorry.
You find like a flask of whiskey.
That's a start.
Sounds good
I
to
know
me.
he'll like that. So I'll give that to him.
Yeah, like all she throws out is a flask of whiskey.
That'll keep you for a couple days, right?
No. In the commotion, I can run to first class, right? To the stairs of the first class.
Yeah, sure. You start. So as you're running up that way, you see the engineer and the other guy. There are two people who are up in the front with the piloting train. They're coming walking back, and one of them has a shotgun.
Okay.
And the guy sees you and he says, "Sir, just get back on the train." But he motions towards the first class cabin.
Fine. I'll climb the stairs, climb inside.
Okay. And they are doing a they are doing like a check the entire train. So they are like walking the length of the first class of the first. They've gone all the way to the back of the train, and now they're walking all the way up.
I want to just find some water, some food, or something from the lounge in the first class, some snacks, whatever they've got here.
You can find. I mean, it's not going to be like there's not a day's rations or anything like that, but you get some stuff, so you're not going to starve anyway.
When they're looking, I'll jump the train again.
Yeah, so you're looking for all that. All right. So Emma, you ran into this flood, and now you're moving up, following those guys, and you see that they are detaching the dining car from the rest of the train.
Okay. How is that? So I suppose there's nobody near me that I could ask them how are we getting back?
You can ask somebody, sure.
Yeah. So one of the guys who's outside, detaching, because I'm sure he's like underneath uncoupling
so
it.
You see the first class guy is here, and he recognizes you because that's his job. And he says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry, madam. We're just separating the train. There should be where there's a switchback. We're going to take this ruined part. There's a switchback about 5 miles back that way that they're going to take the engine to, and a new train will come through in the morning."
So we're expected to wait here until the morning.
We're very sorry. We're so sorry. If you return, we'll have champagne and cheesecake in the lounge.
I was like,
Maybe Donald is taking a whole cheesecake out of the.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just look around a little bit.
Okay.
I just say okay, and then just kind of turn like I'm gonna walk away. And then just what does the car look like? I mean, is it?
So the dining car seems like it's it seems like it's not on fire anymore. It seems like it is, or at least it is only smoldering now. But it is just it is slag. It is
Okay.
Although it looks like the undercarriage, it looks like the fire didn't get to the undercarriage, so it's still like movable.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna head back and see where Joan is.
All right. You find Joan outside.
Okay.
And outside of the second class, and you both see an African man entering the second class train. And he looks like scared.
Okay, so let's just watch him. I mean, like.
Okay. So he'll come out about a minute later. He'll come out with what you clearly recognize as Dr. Hollister's bag, and he starts to head back down the end of the train.
Okay, so I poke Joan. I'm like, let's go. Let's follow this.
Okay.
Let's go. All right.
You followed that. You see him stop this guy at the where the conductor is. And he's like talking to the conductor, and the conductor and the bartender, who you now see has a pistol,
Mhm.
they both like start and they like run towards the third class car.
Okay.
Okay, something's going on. That he's
Yeah.
got Holly's stuff. We need to find out what's going on with that.
Somebody's probably been injured. So I'm like, let's walk casual. Let's walk casual.
All right,
They are running leaving this poor guy who clearly only sort of knows how to do this to finish like connecting the train, disconnecting the train, I should say. So they are running ahead. You guys are just walking casually.
Yeah, as in like, we're just sort of outside wandering around, kind of like, what's happening? What's going on? That damage looks terrible.
The door to the third class cabin bursts open, and the conductor and a man in shirt sleeves with a pistol both come running in. And
I immediately, as soon as it opens, I start shouting, "My medicine bag! Give me my medicine bag!"
Right. Here's the doctor. Get him his bag. And the conductor comes in and looks at the poor man on the ground, makes his sanity roll. The bartender, the bartender's going to make a con roll. The bartender runs to the edge, runs back out the train and starts throwing up over the side of the train. So you guys will see that as you come up to this one. The bartender is like leaning over the train, throwing up. And the conductor is like, sort of just trying to get everybody calm and in their seats. And he's like looking at you like you're a doctor. And he's like, what? Who shot this man?
I only saw him from behind.
And like there's a cacophony of voices in the train. It was the African woman who killed who killed a porter and started the fire. She killed that woman right there. She stabbed her and then shot, and then like Donald is kind of getting left out of all this for the African woman.
Say, I did not. I don't use guns.
I look forward to that being your court defense. In
Your
my
Honor,
defense, Your Honor, I don't use guns. Like the you're gonna Perry Mason it. Isn't it true, Your Honor, that I do not use guns?
I mean, to be fair, I would not throw Donald under the train like that.
So to speak. They're like describing like Nick, they're describing Nitocris fairly well, and the conductor is like writing things down in a little book, and he's like, all right, no one's leaving this car. We're gonna once we're detached, we're gonna pull forward to the switch out, and then a new train will come through in the morning, and that train will have we'll send a wire. That train will have detectives on it. Until then, we're just all gonna stay here.
Ezra?
Wow, that cat is crazy.
Oh,
That was Clyde. I saw an orange.
Well,
that's what I showed up for tonight.
yes.
I was literally about to warn you, and then things started moving. I was like,
That was amazing.
And I was worried about the kitten. Wow. There's a little Easter egg. Clip that, somebody.
So after they finish taking statements from everyone else, I'll pick up my tools and apologize and say, there's nothing I could do. I did see the woman run by though. Can we step outside?
To the conductor? Oh yeah, sure. He'll say, yeah, he'll
And I'll try to give a slightly off description. I'll try and mess with it. Like, no, I got a good look at her face as she went by.
Yeah.
And
And Joan and I are trying to like, slightly like baby step closer. Like we're having a conversation like this, like, yeah, well, and then just baby step closer.
It works. You guys are right there. The bartender is like now starting to like get himself back together. And he's like looking at the conductor, and the conductor says, go in there and make sure that nobody leaves.
Gone.
And yeah, you've gotten all your stuff. You've gotten stuff off the train. and that sort of thing. Yeah, wow. So
I go find Alexandria basically and take her to the
yeah,
water.
you find that she told you where she was going to be, so that's no problem. They're going to let Doctor. They seem to this guy. The conductor seems fine with just letting you go. He's
All
like,
right,
thank
come on
you
out,
so much
Holly.
for your help. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you to come with the train to the switchback to speak to the detectives.
Can I get cleaned up there? I hope I tried to feign.
Yeah, of course. You should go. Please. Were you in second class, Doctor?
Yes.
Oh well, we have an extra room in first class, a sleeper. I'll get you set up there.
Thank you.
The train, the backup train will be through in the morning. But you can at least clean up, and then when in about an hour, we should be ready to take the third and fourth class back, and I'll just ask you to come with us then.
Okay.
Of course. And he'll the other order. Yeah, there's an orderly here.
Do I feel like I fudged the description enough? Do I think that he took me more seriously than everyone else in the third class car?
Yes.
Okay.
You are significantly whiter than anyone in the third class car.
Yeah. I mean, it's still, tall black woman, that's kind of where it ends, that's
okay.
So they an orderly he'll take you up to the first class, and they'll put you in a sleeper that and show you where the restroom is and get you cleaned up. And they're trying to get everybody back on the second class train now that they're separated. As they undo it, the engine will pull forward. It pulls forward about 50 feet to separate the smoldering car from the second and first class cabins. The second and first class cabins are now they're totally isolated. They don't have any means of motion. They have been they've locked the brakes, and they're just sitting there waiting for the backup train. If you guys don't do anything else, in about an hour, the train's going to take off.
I will try and get out and look for people.
All right, you easily find Joan and Amy, no problem.
We're outside waiting for
Emma.
you.
Yeah, they're right there.
Yeah, we're eavesdropping. So what are we in earshot of people or no?
No, yeah, you guys are off by yourself. Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? Why is everything on fire? Where is everybody?
You're not used to there being fire when it wasn't you.
Yeah.
How did this happen without me? So yeah, Donald and I slipped out the back. And when we came
because you slipped out the back because everything was fine?
Oh no, because the dining car was on fire.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And Nitocris had taken control when we got there, but Alexandria seemed to take back over.
Did anybody see the big ball of? I mean, did the ball I saw? Did it become the ball of fire? Nobody saw it. Darn.
So did Nitocris summon the ball of fire?
I don't think so. She said that she was trying to help right before she lost control. Yeah. And then Alexandria murdered a woman, and then Donald murdered a man.
Okay, great.
I wish we could use that as a title, because
that's a nice wrap up. Nice wrap up, Holly.
So, and they're where? In jail? Heading to jail? I don't have bail money.
To the side of the I don't know.
Yeah, you have no idea where.
Okay.
They're not around. When I was trying to keep all the porters and things in my car, they slipped out.
So
a
should
way.
we look? Should we look for them, or do we assume that they just followed
No.
the tracks to Nairobi?
And so there is nobody around here. I can say, Donald wanted me to get him some supplies, and they were
Mhm.
going to be out here somewhere and meet us in the town.
Okay, and how are they going to meet us?
So we can kind of estimate how long the trip was going to take and how long we took to figure out, like, just roughly, were we close? Were we halfway there?
You were about halfway, so you were gonna get in. You were about 3/4 of the way, let's say. You were gonna get in about 3 more hours, by train. So it would probably be, a 12-hour walk.
Ace hike,
You know, maybe a little longer, depending on conditions. And I mean, the problem is also, from the guidebook that there's also, like, you're going from sea level to 6,000 feet. So the elevation, that's going to make it take even long. There's a reason the train is the best way to go there.
I wish there was a way we could get them back in and, like, maybe hide them in the first class or something.
We have to find them first.
I just got a cabin in first class. Do they check inside of those often?
No.
So there is turn down service. So they come in and they, like, set your bed up and everything.
But is there, like, a do not disturb or something?
Oh, yeah, you can easily do that. Yeah. But now remember, they want you to go back with the 3rd and 4th class car with the engine.
Oh, you tell us that too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, but no, so I guess you have a room though. If you could get Alexandria, you could potentially getting her on and off is forte. So maybe that would actually work. But
not only that, does anybody know where they are? And I'm, like, looking out around.
Not for sure. They said they were going to hide.
Within, once you get within 20 feet from the train, it's all darkness.
Yeah. So I do something really dumb. I'm like, caca!
So I would be watching the train, and especially with all the fire going on and the bright lights.
We all know Emma's caca, so that's.
And then there's
so unfortunately, you don't have binoculars,
No.
and you're 50 yards away, so that's a fair distance, and there are a lot of people milling about. So in dark, away from the fire, you don't know who is who.
Sure.
I found her.
But you hear Emma's caca, the unmistakable, majestic,
hearing that,
the original bird of paradise.
Seriously, I'll look back. I'll look over at Donald and then call back a similar caca just to let them know we're over here.
I don't know if she'll recognize your voice.
She won't recognize my voice, but anyone responding to her from this distance is going to be me. She's not that stupid.
I'll go tell her. I can go back.
So, Emma, you hear an unfamiliar voice go caca.
Get up to the other train.
That had to have been Donald.
Too feminine to be Donald. Come on.
It's like caca.
All right, Don, you can go back and talk to them, but keep to the shadows. They did recognize you from the shooting.
I can do that. It's not a problem. You stay right here. I'll be back.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'll be back. I'll sneak back through. Sneak
All
through.
right.
So wander around.
They are starting to get every white person back onto the train.
All right. I'll wander over to where Emma and John.
Yeah, and we've kind of wandered to the outside, to the dark area, so that we're not easily found.
Sure.
And
So
in the
you're, like,
direction of the boring caca.
So you're
boring.
You're standing away from the train, like
Yes.
out of you're okay.
Yep, on the dark side. So wherever the caca came from, we're kind of out there.
Always on the dark side, yes.
Yeah.
So you definitely see at least the engineer has a torch, and he is like walking up and down the train. He's not really turning it out yet. but the conductor is doing a count.
We can't stay out too long. They're gonna know where they're
You're
missing.
gonna want to try and get her back on the train, and you're gonna want to get back on.
We'll walk there. It's fine. They're looking for her. There's no point getting back on the train.
But how do you find us? So I don't know any hotels. I don't know where we're gonna stay. Where do we meet you and when?
All right, tell me a place. Maybe a church, some other location.
It's a cameo.
Yeah.
Looming in the background.
Yeah, go to the biggest church.
Thomas, you missed one of the great moments in Quests and Chaos history.
Can you hear me?
Probably not.
No, because I've got my headphones in.
What do you consider one of the great moments of Quests and Chaos history?
Which one?
Remember when I had a green screen behind me?
Good,
What green screen? The cat took care of that.
good times.
All right, so we'll meet you at the largest church. We'll be there at noon on each day. Stay just an hour. We'll find you there.
By the way,
They do a big cameo.
You dog.
You know, as much as I don't like dogs, they wouldn't have pulled the stupid green screen.
No, they wouldn't have. They were sleeping over there. Okay, so like, what is it like? So assuming it's like 2 days from now at noon in the biggest church or something.
Right, so we'll be there every day at noon, the largest church in the city.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so that would be the 19th.
Donald, if you can get back on, if you don't get back on, they're going to suspect you.
It's fine. It's just, I can't have her by herself. I'll take care of this.
But they know your name. If you can smuggle her into one of the first class cabins and you get back on, we're
together.
It works out really well. The people don't even think that you shot him.
So you were the witness for me then, right? You told them a good story. I'm covered.
I tried to, I fudged her description. They said that she shot the man. I didn't correct them, but they're still looking for a tall black woman.
How do we get her on the train, and how do we get her off the train?
Well, that's her skill set. I have to get up to the second and third class with the engine. They're going to take me up early.
Is there a window in the room? Can we use a window for your room?
Sorry, Nick, just to be clear, the switchback is back the way you came. Oh, no, sorry. No, you're right, actually. They're going to take you up early. You're right. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get into the room from a window? Can we open a window and get into the train that way?
Was there a window when I went inside one?
My question is there? Because like I already have a first class cabin, so I could. I'm assuming there.
Yeah, there is a window. You know, for obvious reasons, they don't make them. You know, hey person, why don't you climb in the train size?
Yeah.
So it would be a tight fit, but possibly.
Okay. So I explained what like room I'm just like I'm kind of right there. So I will like you know what I mean.
How about
and
that?
then she climbs in the rug.
Emma, go back to that room, open the window, wait for us. I can bring her to you.
And that's when the Duchess was on the train as a large black, as a tall black woman climbs in.
Hello.
I mean, and that's the point where Alexandria gets to act out all of her rage against the English aristocracy.
What if she's super friendly after the chat I had with her? She starts reaching out to more people. Be like,
Duchess.
Yeah.
Duchess.
Turn over a new leaf.
So Donald, you're saying you'd go into the first class and bring her in, or what?
No, she'd climb in the window.
Yeah, so if Emma can open the window, I'll put her into the window. I'll just go back to my seat in second class, and it sounds like I'm clean.
Sounds good.
I'll tell
like a
her
plan.
we'll meet you there quickly as soon as we can.
Yep, sounds like a plan. I'm going in.
Right.
All right.
Back into the forest.
So, Nick, one of the first class guy and the conductor have now gotten most everybody back on the train, and they're looking for, you know, then now they're saying, hello, we're looking for, and they say your fake names.
Yeah, I got my real name, unfortunately.
Oh, all right.
I wasn't around for fake ID time. But I want to get their attention and actually turn them away and talk to, like, get them to face me in the other direction so they're not looking
Yes.
towards.
Well, Doctor, we need you to get on the train because we're going to be leaving.
Oh, excellent.
So one of the porters will take you up to the third class train, and when you get on the train, there's just a lot of stone-faced people who've seen things they shouldn't have seen and are just like, not happy at all. The porter is like, I'm gonna wait outside. The bodies are just sitting on the floor with jackets over them, or just laying on the floor with jackets over them.
Oof. Yeah, that's awful.
And everyone is just like staring straight ahead as trying to ignore the awfulness around them. And the train starts up. So you're heading towards Nairobi. So they start looking, and they will call out Amy, you're in first class, so they call out your fake name first.
Yep. That's Annie
Not
Hathaway.
Emma. Not Emma.
Yeah, exactly. That's Annie Hathaway, by the way.
Anne Hathaway.
Yep. So I opened my door and just
you're on the train. Oh wait, sorry, you're on the train already?
Yeah, as soon as Donald said go open your window, I was like, peace out. I got strawberries and champagne.
If you're on the train, they're not calling out your name.
Okay.
And they do a count. Like they come by and they check, okay,
yep.
You're here. And so then Joan and Donald, they start to say your fake names.
Trying to get Alexandria on the train, so I'm away.
Okay.
So I will come up on the train.
Okay. Yeah, you get a seat. Your seatmate. Have you seen him?
Well, Dr. Hollister, he's on the other part of the train.
No, not Dr. Hollister. Mr. Not Donald.
Oh, I have not seen him. I have not seen him recently. He may be outside. He was kind of upset about this whole thing.
I see. Well, yes. We'll take a look for him. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see here. What sort of role is this going to be? So walk me through, Alexandra, how you are going to get into Emma's window.
Okay, so first class is furthest away from the engine. Donna will at least get close enough, I think, to let me know, hey, this is what's going on. Get into the window. Get in now. I would. What?
I'll help lift you up.
You don't. I'm tall enough. I can get through the window on my own now. I'm not 5 foot nothing anymore, man.
No, he's going to help anyway, though.
Old habits die hard. This is what we do. So.
As they do. But yeah, I would get to that window as quickly as I could in cover of the darkness, circle around away from, because the engine would have a bunch of lights, but first class might not. So I would circle around the back of the car and look for the open window. And then climb in through the open window, hoping that there's only one.
Luck roll.
Hoping there's only one. 42, success.
All right, yeah. There's one. So one brief moment. As Donald has gone back into the train. You are alone out in a small copse of scraggly trees, looking down at a train that full of mayhem that you have been part of, and in your head, Nitocris says, "We could leave now."
We could, but I can't leave them.
Very well.
They'd be a little bit too worried. They'd spend all of their attention and focus looking for me.
You feel a weird little itch in your head, but then nothing. And she just says, "Very well." Okay. So yeah, make me a size roll. And this is an opposed roll now. Because what's your size?
90.
Yeah.
I know, she got tall.
Yeah.
Real tall. 55?
So here's some bad news.
Okay.
You she got tall, she also got back, and you can make it to about your waist through the window, and then it gets hard.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just like plant my hands next to my hips and push as hard as I can. I've got reasonable strength. I'm willing to cut up clothing if necessary.
So you can do this fast, or you can do this quiet.
Fast.
Okay. Make me another size roll.
18
Birds of
is
Paradise.
a right on critical success.
You just got Birds of Paradise. It's my turn to roll the odd one.
Andrea.
So you are hanging, your legs are hanging out of this thing when you hear a voice say, ma'am? And you like, Emma, you see a flashlight like go across your window.
Okay, so I get down on the ground and I basically like kind of reach up and grab Alexandria and try and tug her down.
So you're
I'm
yanking-
helping with my hands,
Yeah.
like shoving as hard as I can.
Because I'm assuming she's got pants and you can't see what color her legs are, right?
Make me a luck roll. Let's see what sort of.
I always wear pants. I don't wear skirts.
I don't know what 10-6 means.
16.
It probably 16.
Yeah.
I'm
Listen to me. I don't know. Don't put
You
it
need to get your dice from the studio, Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I mean 10-6 is normal. It would be weird if it was 10-60.
Yes.
Sure.
10-6 is good.
Okay.
All right. What's your luck again?
26. So I either made it by 10 or it's 106.
Right.
I don't know.
It's a normal success.
Oh.
So
does she slide in?
she does, but and she is wearing pants, but they have been pretty well torn up, and there is like the window slams shut, and there's like a piece of fabric, and the guy grabs it and he says, "Ma'am, you lost this."
So I pop up and be like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, he'll just hand it to you. He hands you
Okay.
the slice of fabric.
As you do.
Yep. Have a good night. And I like take it and just do that and then slam the window shut.
All right. We
Curtains.
should have a replacement train by the morning.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for the update.
I'm
You
just
have
gonna.
You have a good night.
I'm just gonna crawl under her bed and stay there.
You don't fit under her bed.
I imagine I try at first because Alexandria is used to being small and then going swearing under her breath in Italian.
How can I hide Alexandria? Like, to me, I'm trying to make her a coat rack at this point.
That might be the only way.
Is to just be like, if somebody shows up, here's my coat, here's a thing, just stand like this.
Like she barely fits in the you don't have a bathroom, you have a
like a sink area.
yeah, no, you know what, this is not the Orient Express. You don't even have that. There's like there are two communal bathrooms that are quite nice, but they're not but those are at the edges. So you literally have your one room with a little not French door. What are the doors that like collapse open and closed? I don't
Are
remember.
you talking not pocket doors, or are you talking about the accordion type that
Yeah,
do that?
yeah. The accordion.
Okay.
You have like a tiny closet that that has those kind of doors.
Does she fit in there?
It's not if she crouches.
Okay.
Let's agree to this. If someone comes knocking at your door, I'll go hide in there.
Okay. It's either that or like, I don't have enough clothes with me. Do I to like take everything out of my suitcase and be like, and then just hide her under a bunch of clothes?
You're We're just gonna have a pile of clothes on the bed and hope she's.
And I'll just look at Emma with like this huge look of exasperation, just like, I want my old body back. I don't like being this tall.
Emma like looks at you and like gets a fire of inspiration and just starts throwing clothes on the bed, and it's like, in there, and you're just like, you get in and it like covers your midriff basically.
That would have worked when I was 5 foot nothing.
Okay.
I am now 6 foot tall.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Maybe we should cut your hair and put a hat on you.
I'm still black.
Don't touch my hair.
You shut up.
Make me a POW roll.
25, hard success.
All right. You feel a weird little tingle when you said you shut up.
It's like, Hollister's going to give me shit later for letting her take control. We're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
But currently it's me in control.
So how did that go? Were you able to just come straight back, or?
He talked me forward, I think is the best way to describe it. He knows me well enough after all of the therapy sessions to pull me forward. But
that's no good. I mean, if it takes someone to pull you forward, how do we know?
I gave her control because she was the only one who could possibly banish this fire spirit thing that the damn woman summoned. That set the fire in the dining car.
I mean, I kind of understand that. Sometimes you do dumb things because you think it's the only way to solve the problem. Not saying bicycles and grenades were the best idea. Just saying it was the way that I thought you solved the problem. But like, I think we've got a bigger problem if you do that again. And what happens if Hollister doesn't talk you forward? What happens if Hollister doesn't know? What happens if she's like, fakes her for you? You know what I mean?
Well, Donald and I have a code word to tell him that it's me, or at least that I'm in control.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I don't know. I imagine if you see me start doing blood magic, question. Especially if it's before breakfast.
Well, yeah, that's always the worst time. You gotta have breakfast first. Okay.
I'm just going to tuck over here.
Okay. So then after we settle in a little bit, I just kind of want to sneak my sword out and see if anything is weird about it. It's like on fire.
Yeah, it is definitely like it seems a little more corporeal than it was before.
I'm like eyeing it out of the corner of my eye. What you doing with that, Emma?
Sleeping with my weaponry. Duh. I mean,
as someone who sleeps with a dagger under her pillow, I understand. However, you don't
just checking to make sure it's still here.
Sleeping with my weaponry is the like death metal album I never knew I wanted to buy. That was.
I mean, I slept with my bag of grenades. What makes you think I'm not sleeping with my sword?
How'd that go?
Oh.
There's going to be a very for second class, a somewhat uncomfortable night as you're sitting, in your chairs basically all night.
Yeah.
There is now the porters in second class. There are two porters, one of which has a not so subtly concealed shotgun, and they are watching. They're just making sure everybody stays in the train. In first class, it's a much more comfortable night. They bring by tea, and then in the morning they'll bring they have pastries. But it's gonna, it will be until the morning before the backup train comes. Professor Hollister, Dr. Hollister, you have a similarly uncomfortable trip riding in a car full of very angry people with 2 dead bodies and 1 freaked out porter and the engineer. They do, it's not all good times in first class. They announced the bar is closed.
Poor Emma.
You will, when you pull into Nairobi, there's a switchback, and you're about a half mile from the station, and about 5 a.m, the backup train pulls up next to the switchback, and you see several gentlemen get off and come towards your train. And clearly some police detective types, they get on, and one of them immediately sees you and says, sir, can I speak with you, please, outside?
Of course. I'll pick up my bags and take them out with me.
The other detectives are talking to people in the train and to the porter and that sort of thing. And he will basically, you'll give him your your bad description again.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll sort of, what is the story that this evil woman did all of this?
I didn't see her. I came in after she had killed the woman and was using her as a body to move forward to shoot the porter.
Okay. They'll ask you, like, they ask you the cause of death. They ask you, about the 2 people. One was shot, one was stabbed. Why was one stabbed and one shot?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting it for sure. As she was moving forward, I assumed that she had another knife. And once I heard the gunshot, I just moved back out of the way. It was quite shocking.
So you didn't see her have a gun?
No.
And did you see anyone else?
I heard other people say that. I heard other people say that she had shot him.
I see. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. We can, if you wish to wait here, we'll have once this train links up with the other 2 cars, we can return you to Nairobi.
Okay.
All right. And I think that is where we're going to end this session, since I have to put my roof back together. Freaking Clyde. It wasn't even the kitten.
I know. And Hef gloriously already clipped it for us.
Oh, fine.
Yes.
Fine. Yes, we brought the house down. So thank you so much, everybody, for your bits, your likes, your subscribes. YouTube, thank you for the great discussion we have there every week. There's a couple of people. MX Al, you and your mom, thank you so much for your journey through the adventures of the Great Dane Society. It's fun to relive old memories that way. I really enjoy it. Don't forget, Monday, it's Dragon of Icespire Peak. James is running a really fun game, and given that it's a 3-shot, he probably only has 6 sessions left. And Chaos Agents, Tuesday, unless Tom has to work. We said it in the newsletter, so let's just put it out there. Story arcs are coming to an end, both with the Great Dane Society and with Chaos Agents, and there's going to be a day, probably sooner than not than we want, but sooner than we think, when we're going to be on to the next story. And Chaos Agents, I know Thomas has big ideas for season 2, all sorts of wackiness there. I think that's going to be something to look out for. And then Saturday, we're back with more Call of Cthulhu. I want to shout out, I've been watching a stream. If you haven't gotten a chance, Motherlands RPG is really cool. It's an original system that is being developed as they're playing. Well, let me rephrase that. It's been developed, but they are, they're revising it as they're going. It's run by Cypher of Tyre, who is an amazing follow on Twitter, but a great GM. She's doing tons of really interesting world building. It's kind of a sci-fi-ish world. Got a lot of neat stuff going on. Check that out when we don't have great programming on here. It's something to watch. I think, quotes, right. Let's see. So we have, I consider that a problem gone. Ouch, and I'm the psychopath of the group. That could still be her, right? He's the only one that shoots me. I quite like that one. I'm not that good a doctor. Why is everything on fire and where is everybody? That is currently the leader in the clubhouse. Sometimes you do dumb things because you think it's the only way to solve a problem. And then I think actually what the title should be, Sleeping with My Weaponry. Although Nick wanted to add that the title should be Cacaw.
Cacaw, indeed.
I'd need to know from Emma how to spell that.
I don't know. I mean,
Pretty much exactly how it is in our chat.
ask Portlandia.
What do you think the title should be? Let us know. And I think that's it. Back Birds of Paradise. While we were here, they got over 66%, which is awesome. Join our Discord. If you're not a part of our Discord, it's a fun time. All sorts of neat stuff happening there. And I think there's nothing left to say but goodbye, internet friends. If Amy can turn us off.
Okay, hang on.
Wave for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's a challenge. I mean, I can do it, but no.
How long can we wave?
Okay, more.
I want to do another.
Keep going. Give me more. Give me more.
Ah, crap!